Alrighty. So, in the last chapter of the Arcane Archives, the collective found themselves camped out for the night along the long trek to Uthran to solve the mystery of the pending war. During the night, Uridin, wanting to connect with his patron, Moore, requested that Cthulhu help him to do a traditional prayer. Shortly after, Cthulhu on his own watch, seemingly finally saying goodbye to one of his loved ones. And not too long after, to be interrupted, where Duo, Zeo, and Cthulhu discovered that there were two dark figures in the woods, and upon inspection, the collective discovered a small group of wanderers camped out in a small fisherman's home. After a very long and tense interaction, the collective convinced this group of wanderers to release the fishermen that owned the home and to be on their way. The collective showing that they can protect people by the many or by the few. We start today's journey about 5 days after that tense night. Along this trek north, some days are sunny, some days are dark and gloomy. Thanks to Aelar knowing his way around the frozen lands, most nights you go well fed. Most nights filled with laughter, and some nights the collective is too cold to hold a conversation for long. In either case, the collective is holding strong on their travels to Summit's Peak. Aelar, the past few nights you have been taking notice of the star patterns in the sky, and tracking the nights as they pass. Familiar with these constellations this time of year, you are aware that a monumentous occasion is coming in the next day or two. That occasion being your birthday. As you travel through the thick layered snow, what would you all like to do?
This cold is really starting to get to me.
I'm trying to like grab my flute.
Need to find some heat soon.
Iglesias, come here.
I do that. Is it like the One Ring?
I hand him. Let me make sure it doesn't require a attunement, or
I'm
else you're
pretty
gonna
sure
be
it does.
cold. Yep, it sure does, son. Well, in 30 minutes, you're gonna feel real great.
In 1 hour, you're gonna feel real great.
Uridin,
In 30 minutes.
I do really appreciate this, but it'd be best if you have it. At least I have a little bit of insulation.
Well, I was going to say, like, you know what? I don't have sleeves.
This is what I said. Is I have a
Shit.
padded cloak and fur, but my fur is thin because I spend most of my time in warmer weather. But if you want to be courteous to me, I will hold on to it for a little bit.
Well, you take that tower, and when you get warm, I'll take your warm clothes, because I don't have sleeves.
That's a deal.
I hold my fist out. My pow.
And I just grab it.
Let's rock today.
How is everybody else doing with this cold? It is harsh.
Now that I gave up my ring, and it fucking sucks. I am cold.
Well, I know that I'm from here, but I never spent any long periods of time out in, especially the winter. Yeah, it's pretty fucking cold. Aelar, how are you handling this?
He's frozen. He's dead.
Apparently.
He has died.
I'm just, I love the fresh air. It's just, so nice this time of year. I just had my ration apparently, so my throat's a little clogged. Yeah, a little, yeah.
They don't go down easy. They are dry.
But anyways, so, it's just the fresh air. I feel like I can breathe so much easier. I don't feel like I have any sweat really going on. It's great. It reminds me that like it's the time of year when my birthday is, and it just gets me excited, you know.
Is it really your birthday is arriving?
Yes, it is.
That
At the ripe young age of 132.
really that is so old.
132.
No, that's
certainly right.
not even a quarter of my life expectancy.
That's,
He knows so much.
Opens a medical PDF. I'm estimated to live this long.
I
What-
don't know how long. I
what is
know
that
it's
book
really
you're
long,
reading?
but I know
The
it's not.
PHP. Or actually, is that
Does your
Jennifer?
Fucked it up.
do your kind actually celebrate those things?
Yes, the DM told me last night. No.
Who is DM?
Yeah, let's talk
Less-
about fourth
less
wall
than-
breaks.
For real.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Well, if your
And now he
culture,
gets attacked by a wolf.
if we do celebrate them, is there what do you do? There's all. I'm just really excited.
Well, usually we build very large fires, and we make Furbolg specialty food, which I haven't had. I was gonna write about. I didn't expect it to happen this early in the session. Mammoth Stew.
Oh,
We
I
have-
was going to.
I
give you
don't
a
think we're
gift,
going to
but
find
I,
mammoths here, for full disclosure. Sorry to interrupt, Urden.
I-
I'm very excited.
Oh, I was going to say, you know, I had a gift, but I gave it to Ecclesias so he could be warm. You're from the north. Nothing matters for you.
Gifts are
I'm assuming gifts are not a part of our celebrations.
Gifts are not a part of our. We don't have enough to give. We simply celebrate life continuing.
Well, do you do dancing or ceremony or there must be something.
Yes.
Tell me all about it.
If there's
it's-
dancing involved, I'm out. Later, nerds.
It's been so long. I you
It's
know,
been
and
such a
I'm
long
so
year.
old, and yeah.
Well, while we are focused on the journey north, then you can collect your thoughts and maybe we can make this a special year where we do something different.
Yes. Do
So-
you guys celebrate birthdays?
Yes,
I'd imagine Zio does.
I definitely
I
do.
think Zio celebrates like he celebrates the weekend. He just, you know, has
A
that
month
kind of
long.
money.
Birthday
not,
month.
not currently, but you know, there's
Throw
some.
parties when you get all C's on your report card.
Yeah, I think I'm missing about 30 years worth of birthdays. So.
Oh, when you get home, you have a Mercedes Benz in the driveway.
What is this Mercedes?
It's
I
a
believe it's an
sick
Very
airship.
nice horse.
Probably an airship.
It's like 13 horses.
I hate this.
So, Aelar,
A lot of horsepower there.
Sorry.
13 of them,
many-
you know.
how many days out are we from your birthday?
How many days out are we from my birthday, DM?
Maybe a day or two. Again, you have no calendar, so you don't know the exact day. But you'll know the night. You're gonna be like, it's
So-
tonight. Or maybe the night before you'll be like, yes, it's
Yeah.
tomorrow.
So, obviously, when it is this time of year, the skies are a lot clearer and you can see the stars much better. And even in the north, usually, you can see the stars much better. And so, when the stars line up, it is not quite yet, but it is coming soon. I can see. That is when it will be my birthday. So it
When
is
you
not
can
a
see.
date, but it is more when the stars, they meet.
I like that. That is fun.
Vague.
It is not vague, it's very specific. If you think it is vague, then you do not know the stars.
No, I kind of kept my nose down into books rather than up in the sky.
You probably also too much lights.
Yeah, that's true. In the
Do
city,
you-
there's can't really see the stars all that well.
But I don't want to get into specifics of light pollution, but that if it's at a natural light, it doesn't actually go high enough to cloud. Do you have non-natural light in the Uthran?
Like light from fires and torches and
Or by other means?
I don't know how prevalent would like magical light be in Uthran, DM.
Probably not.
Okay. No, just like the fires, torches, stuff like that.
Yeah, that would pay
Swords.
too much. Swords?
Yeah, when it's green.
I think it's green. Was
not
it
too
green
common.
flame?
Green,
Yeah.
yeah.
Purple
Okay.
flame blade.
That'll be the next evolution.
Level
Or
up.
we're just getting the colors wrong like we always do.
But Zio, you've, I imagine, traveled this path a lot. Are we close to this teleportation circle?
I actually haven't traveled these paths a lot. I didn't leave home too often.
I have a question for the DM. Are we
Yeah.
on like a footpath? Are we on a paved path? Are we just
You're
kind
far
of
enough out. Yeah, you guys are kind of just winging it. You guys are far enough away from civilization, and there's been so much snow that. Yeah, you guys are just, you know your directions. And
I want to
there-
stop and be like,
Yeah, how do we know where we're going?
Is there like a noticeable peak, like you know how like you can see a really high mountain from like super far away? Is there like a super noticeable peak?
Not if the peak was 2 months away.
Fuck.
You guys have been traveling for about, say there, about 15 days.
Well, if we keep the shore to our left, kind of follow the shoreline up, eventually we'll get to where we need to go.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Well,
quick question for the DM.
Mm-hmm.
Would Ecclesias, not that he's traveled far, but he has traveled a lot. Would I know about any interesting like plants that might have properties that would help us out, or something that people from my assembly would know that in wild areas there might be something of value, whether it's like a tree or a bush that does anything like that? Just curious as to if I should help anybody keep an eye out for something that maybe we go to an alchemist and they might be, you know what I mean, like ingredients or anything like that. I'm not an alchemist or a herbologist or a potionologist or anything like that, but
God, my mind is forgetting my own plant. 1 second. Make a nature check.
yes.
Just roll a 1. I don't
Rollo.
have to look at
Rollo.
any of
Yeah, I was
this.
gonna say Rollo. Rollo.
Rollo.
Nature. Ooh, dirty 20.
Ooh. So now he knows.
It was 21. Sorry, you don't know about plants.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah, we just can't say it, but you.
And
You
both
do
of
the
you
other
went
thing.
for the same motion.
Yeah, we did.
I'm just looking around because there might be something of value out here for herbologists, alchemists. Just looking for something to either, I don't know, give us some value when we arrive, or.
Do you want me to?
There it
to-
is. Don't know how I didn't remember that. So,
Blueberries.
yes.
No problem.
Peppers. No, you would know
Dandelions.
of it's actually a root, and it is called blaze root. It is something that, similar to like if you drink like ginger, how it warms you up, or whiskey, or anything like that, but it gives you a similar feeling, but it actually extends out from your body and actually has properties that can warm you.
Or if
Would I know what this roughly looks like?
You would know that they would be trees that would have red leaves, even in the winter. But you would actually have to extract its root. But to the note
Okay.
where you made is an alchemist would probably be the better place to be sought out to
find that,
find it. Yeah.
like already made.
or if anybody, it would probably stick out, but there is. Have any of you heard of blaze root?
Would I have heard
Just-
of that?
Have I? Yeah.
Same.
Aelar, you probably would have. Zio probably wouldn't have because you never left the city. Cthulhu lives in a warmer climate, so it probably wouldn't be as applicable. June lives north, and Eddie technically lives in a deserty area, so I would say no to that. So those of you that have been north into cold climates, yes, except for Zio.
Did you say it was made into a drink, right?
It can be made into many things.
Okay, but one of the things can be a drink too.
A tonic would probably be most common.
Okay.
Yes, I am quite familiar. Actually, speaking of birthdays, that's blaze roots and holly berries. We mix them, and then we drink that on our birthdays. You are
Oh.
reminding me of things.
That
Or I
is
am
good.
making up as I go. Who knows?
That is, well, either way, Aelar, you are a friend to all of us, so, and to those that don't know what the blaze root is, it's a tree with red leaves, even in the winter, and I don't know really how to extract it properly, but it's the root of the tree. It's also valuable for alchemists, so if we can find some for Aelar and potentially make a bit of coin when we arrive in Uthran.
Oh, blaze root was something that the older kids in my tribe would always do.
Oh,
That's all I got. Oh.
I was never invited to those sort of things, so naturally I'm against them.
Me neither. I was a little jealous.
So wait, are we getting blaze root or are we not getting blaze root?
Just I was saying,
I'm
as
gonna
we
look
travel.
around for some bleach trees. Wow, that
So
was
they,
really hard to try to say.
They are not very abundant, but if you see one, it shouldn't be obvious.
Do they?
But
Would
Oh,
I
go
know
ahead.
if they grow in rows or if they're more individual trees?
They would
How
be
do these
pretty,
grow?
yeah, they'd be individual trees that you'd find amongst other ones, oddly enough.
Okay.
Other ones unlike them.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Okay.
Can I look around for trees with red leaves?
I will say that you guys going forward make a investigation check. There are none around you right now. If you want to stick to the coast, you would all probably know that it would be pretty hard to find. But if you go more inland, they might be easier.
Can I make an argument to use a survival check for like tracking and finding things? So if I'm
That makes
searching
sense to
for-
me.
Cool.
they probably wouldn't be abundant here.
Do they like give off a very familiar smell? Like, are they?
With my feline nose, my olfactory senses know no mystery.
Do I know what this
Yeah,
smell like?
the
If they
tree
smell anything?
itself, you don't know because you've probably only experienced the physical root itself, but the root gives off a smell of sulfur.
Well, the root gives off a smell of sulfur, but it would be buried underground, so you wouldn't really smell it. But the leaves, they would catch your eye at a distance, but not on the coast.
I have always described that smell as the smell of blaze root. Now I know a different word.
So could I? And this may be a big no, but could I have Cammy specifically be trying to scent out a sulfur while we're walking, like a sulfury smell as we walk?
Go smell sulfur.
Make a good argument to me because she's ethereal and she's not real.
Well, technically, because I would say because dogs are pretty good at tracking, but technically it's a warhorse. So
Wouldn't they need to have the scent
But I'm
first?
saying, what I will
Good
say
argument.
is, I don't think she's ever smelled sulfur before.
fair enough.
And can your steed actually make smell checks? Because they're not real.
It can make perception and
Mhm.
other checks like that. So I would assume that it would have a form of smelling.
I would say
Tracking.
if you guys find some in the future, there'd be a stronger argument after. But not knowing what sulfur smells like, I'd say no.
Makes sense.
Does
Smells
anybody
like-
have sulfur?
I could fart real quick.
Oh yeah, here's just this brick of sulfur I carry to
Are you
make
a
my
demon?
pouch stink.
That's fair enough.
Here's my stink pouch.
My stink.
Ew.
I hate this.
But I just figured as we travel more inland, because Zio, Uthran isn't on the coast, it's more out in the mainland, right? I've never been there.
It is
right
on
on the
coast.
water. It is,
Yeah.
right at the peak of The only fucking picture in maps.
Ecclesias, yes, it is. It is like right on the coast.
Oh, well, I suppose we can keep our eye out, but don't expect if we don't find anything to be sad.
Yeah, maybe we can spend an extra day heading a little bit more inland. So maybe today would be a good day to do that, since Aelar's birthday's coming up, and maybe we can find some of this to make him his drinks or whatever you plan to make out of that.
I'm excited as long as everybody's on board, because Kane is expecting us at a certain time, right?
He didn't exactly set a date. He said that he'd meet us there.
Well, I'm okay with it. What about the rest of you? To try to find a breeze route for Aelar's birthday?
I think
I'm
that
down.
sounds
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's celebrate Aelar's existence.
Alright.
I want to walk over to
Continue
Aelar real quick.
Mhm.
I just want to put my pal on your shoulder and just make eye contact. And
I am really honored to be part of the day of your birthday. It is a special thing for the people in the assembly as well. So I am excited.
Thank you. I'm very excited, but do not congratulate me until the day, or else it is bad luck.
But
I
it'll
don't
be a
believe it is actually bad luck, but some traditions die young, die hard.
die.
God?
Oh,
Do not die. Some traditions.
And
do not
Aelar's
die.
soul just gets sucked out of his body and the end.
Hey, Ecclesias, come here for a second.
I do that.
So, and I'm gonna whisper to him. Do you think you could send one of your messages to that lady for Bug to get her out here for Aelar?
I'll look over at Aelar, and then I just slowly, with this big smile on my face, just
yes. But I'm such a good idea. Yes. But I unfortunately am pretty.
well, we've rested since the last time we had to do
Yeah,
spells, right?
it's been like 5
Oh.
days.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, and.
Wait. Yes. When we find a place to camp, I will definitely do that. That's a very good idea.
Amazing. Good. I like this.
Hey, you didn't talk to me, but you wanna give my buddy some strands on the birthday? You travel all the way out here. I'm excited.
Hey, how fast can you get to the north?
Why don't you
Alrighty.
travel like a month's distance
Yeah.
in the night?
Yeah.
As you chap up your mind lips, what do you want to say?
Oh, right now, then? I was going to wait until we made some camp, because it
Wait
takes me.
until we made
But-
some camp.
Oh, it's on. It's on. I feel like the Lord on a Zoom call where he turned into my people. But I'm here. I'm not like it. Can we stop for a second?
Okay.
I need to think real quick for something important.
And I'll stop, and I'll picture as vividly as I possibly can the orc maiden at Merc Meadow Spring.
Purple maiden.
At what did I say?
Orc.
Oh right, Furball Maiden at the Broken Leg in Merc Meadow Spring, and I'll say,
Greetings. This is Ecclesius. I am friends with Aelar. I know you have met. His birthday is coming up soon. Would you
shit.
You're one. You have two. You have 4 more words.
I have 4.
Yeah. You have 4 more.
be able to meet?
At the end.
Yeah. What's up?
How many?
Oh,
Is this a 3rd level spell, right?
It's 3rd level. I have
How many
25
slots?
words.
How many slots you got?
2.
Okay. Okay.
So I just burnt
Well-
one.
Hello.
Wait.
I am more than willing to meet. Are you in town?
We are a month away.
Hold on, I need to stop again.
Just burn this second level or second third.
No.
That's it.
We are extremely far. We are 15 or so days north of Reyes. But he would really like if you were able to meet.
Oh, well that is a little far out of my reach. Did you tell him that it was his birthday?
Yeah, I did in the first part.
Please give him my warmest regards and wish him a happy birthday. Love.
Cast message on Uridin real quick so you hear me in your brain.
Yeah, it's too fucking far. She won't come. But she did give me a warm welcome that I can extend to Aelar.
I don't know if that's a good idea. This was a surprise.
Well, back to the road.
Yup, road.
Alrighty, so as the collective takes about a day or so to move, your travels, you move away from the shoreline, you move more inward in hopes to find a blaze route. As you guys take a rest, you take probably about, Aelar still studying in the stars to try to get a sense. You know that you still have some time on the first night, unable to find a blaze route. As you guys takes another day to move farther inland, still, moving in the direction where you guys have to go, but not sticking to the shoreline. As Aelar, you notice the constellations and how they're aligning as the sky starts to open up. And you notice that the moon is almost a half moon. So you know that tomorrow would be your birthday.
I wouldn't know from the moon. I would know from the stars.
I know, but I'm
Okay.
saying that,
Okay.
that there's almost a
Sorry.
half moon.
Sorry.
Which, because I put a calendar in there, that tells you what day it almost is.
Where is the
Was
calendar?
the point of it. I think I put
It's
it
in
in
the
my...
Google
calendar
Docs.
where
It's the
there's
only
only
fucking
a
calendar
calendar.
in Google Docs.
What? I don't know which one I put it in.
Question.
Yes.
Since we all live on this planet, we're pretty accustomed to the moon's phases. Would we know if this is waxing or waning?
Ooh.
Wax on waning.
It is waxing. I'm not stupid.
Sorry,
I had to
I know
think about it first.
I know my moon.
Is it a
Moon
butt?
I just moon everybody on
Hey,
stream.
damn it, Uridan. Beat me to it.
You know that it's waxing. I believe it's waxing. Let me double check.
Haha, got him in his own head.
Well,
Now
the
this
last
is his
time,
own
the last
moon,
time I
idiot.
looked at it, I thought it was, but I could be wrong now.
Oh,
It's
by the
actually
way,
waning.
that,
It is actually waning. Yes.
that would be
Are
a
we in
really cool thing to
Iceover?
put
Yes.
on our Instagram, actually.
Which I'll just tell you all, it's the 28th of Iceover.
The 28th.
That's how awesome our DM is. There's an actual calendar with the new name for weeks and days and seasons and moon phases. So that'll probably be going up on our Instagram over at Arcane_archives.
It's really cool, and none of us can spell anything correctly.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, you know that it is the 28th of Iceover. It is the daytime. As you all try to find this tree, I would like everybody to make nature, investigation, survival, whatever it may be that you are more proficient in.
Is this just for the fucking Toka Blazer?
Just to find the tree itself, yeah?
I'm not.
Can I
Okay.
can I intimidate the tree to come out?
No.
Can I deceive the tree?
No.
Well,
You can
Can I
deceive
incite
yourself
the
that you
tree?
found it.
All right.
wait.
I'll do it.
I
I'll do
have a cool thing too. Wait, go.
Are the trees magic? Can I use Arcana?
Yeah, nice.
Trees are not magical. If you have an argument of why you could use Arcana, I'll listen.
Sulfur.
Because I would be plucking through the weave and my memory from good old Gran perhaps using this root to make magical tonics.
Gotta meet that Gran.
It's very awesome,
I know.
but I'd still say nature, survival, something like that.
Cade's got his nat 20 lights on.
Oh shit!
Eight. So I am embarrassed that. No, I'm not embarrassed.
I got an 8 too.
It's
Stop
tradition
giving
that
people
others
features,
go
I'm
and
sorry.
bring me.
It's your
my
birthday. They
food.
need to find it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, 25 to 20.
Okay, so you said nature. That's a shitty one. Investigation. Okay, well I'm fucked.
Did you get
20.
natural?
I thought you
Yeah.
rolled a
I got a
natural
nat-
20.
I rolled a natural 20, but
You're not
it's-
in that 20.
Close it.
Oh,
Okay.
he's just
It's
being
good.
coy.
20 to 15.
17.
Everyone else doesn't matter. All right.
Wow.
Oh, fuck you too.
Hang up. Alrighty, so Cthulhu
Yes.
and Zio, as you are both looking, and the wind is very strong on this day, so it is hard for you guys to see very far as, you know, the cold wind hits your eyes and they begin to water. As you're all looking on the horizon, just looking for any bit of color other than brown and white to stick out to you, as the two of you manage to catch a glimpse of something interesting. Where you would assume to see red leaves or a deep auburn or something to that note, you actually see a carriage with bright purple roofing to it, gold filigree around the edges, with a large lantern that hangs over front, not lit, as you see two horses standing out front of it, and a large plume of smoke coming out of the roof.
Does this remind me of the carriage that we saw in the Lost City?
The Goliath's carriage?
Yeah.
No, it's purple and gold.
Alrighty.
Do those colors remind me of any noble families from Uthron?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Would-
Cthulhu, do you see that?
Yeah, it's just right over there. Kind of smoke billowing. I don't know. Can carriages have fires in them?
Yeah. Maybe.
Hmm.
Hey, everyone! I see a carriage.
Ooh,
Hmm.
that is fun.
I was just gonna make the argument that since I spend a lot of time on the road, that like carriages probably mean like there's stuff in them, or somebody's selling them probably.
Well,
What?
that is, that might mean that there is a merchant, or it's exciting. I just feel very full of excitement with everything going on at the birthday in the carriage. Where?
It's been a while since we've seen other people.
DM, would I recognize this carriage? Would it have possibly passed through my area?
Make an intelligence check.
Are you smart?
How smart is smart?
How smart?
Excuse you.
Wisdom.
smart.
Wisdom. It makes more sense for wisdom.
Oh, come on.
You can use either one,
10.
whichever's higher.
Oh, well then 12. I rolled a 6.
You rack your brain to see anything like this. It doesn't ping your memory to something specific, but you would also have seen these kinds of carriages traveling through, and know that it is a likelihood that it is some sort of peddler or someone at least very exquisite, because the very bright in color, you would know that a lot of gypsies travel in these.
I would kind of turn to everyone and say, they probably have some exquisite goods.
Yes.
I mean, look at the colors on that cart. We should go now.
I don't know, I
I
kinda
am
like my
sim-
colors better.
I am surprised that something so fancy is out here.
Wait, what is it?
Right next to you, Aelar.
I
Do
know,
the
but
horses
this
look
is-
like they're? Can how close are we? Like,
I got
can
that
I
one,
actually
Jay.
like, see the
I was there.
horses, or I didn't?
Yeah, you guys are probably about 100 feet away.
Do the horses look like they're used to this weather at all, or are they like?
Yeah, they
like
also
our
have
horses where
very
they're
thick
fucking
padded
Okay.
shawls. I don't even know what to
Coat.
call them.
Their padding must be
Horsey
different than
coats.
my
Horse coats.
padding.
I mean, I'm assuming I would know this, but I would tell Cthulhu that these types of people they travel everywhere. They've got to be prepared for all sorts of stuff.
Oh,
So
that is
I mean,
exciting.
I think that we may have just caught them at the right time, crossing paths.
We ought to patronize them at the very least.
I get off my steed and I unsummon it. I don't want to.
Don't think too hard, Aelar.
I think you used patronize wrong, but I'm just gonna.
I used it completely right. This is a fantasy world and everything goes.
I am going to
Including
start walking
vocabulary.
towards the carriage.
I'm gonna be walking with June.
As will I.
Wait, before I don't mean to be that person, but Aelar, you said that it is odd that they will be out here. Not
And I
odd
said that
as
it's
in-
not.
Oh, right. Sorry, I was so excited. I just got nervous that my happiness bubble would be exploded.
I think anything that is not Furbolg is odd, and everyone else thinks that everything that is Furbolg is odd. So
I keep
Wait,
going
My tail kind of
towards
comes
the
up.
cart.
I agree. What is odd about us?
Ecclesias, could you hide my sword? I don't really want to scare people.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll kind of spin around and open up my robe and,
I will throw my sword and. Can my sword and shield fit? Yeah.
Yep.
Probably. Both my
As
sword
they
and
go
shield
in, the
fit.
Goliath attacks.
Son of a bitch!
It takes 3 actions to get it out.
God damn it.
1, 2. What's this?
Well, when you are ready to retrieve this, I am not sure if you have.
we're walking. By the way, I'm walking with everybody.
I'm not sure you have used this bag of holding, but when you are ready, I will allow you to place your hand inside, and you have to simply think of what you want, and it will be in your hand.
Okay. I just didn't want to scare them away.
No, that you do that because it's wisdom at its finest. My boomerang is always at the bottom of my bag.
What
is it?
Yeah.
what time is it, DM?
Noon.
Probably. Okay.
If any clock we go to in Falbian is just flashing 12. all the time.
Is it noon now? But I was looking at the stars last night. Is that so? Tonight is now gonna be my birthday. Okay.
No, noon at night. Night noon. It's
Yeah.
fantasy.
How was I looking at the stars?
We'll just say that. Yes.
Longingly.
Okay. All right. So
Turn off
wait,
your
sorry.
brain.
Is tonight my birthday or is tomorrow my birthday?
We'll say today's your birthday.
Okay.
So
alright.
tonight
want
would
to
be like your
celebrate.
celebration.
Yeah.
Question: is it still the 28th of ice? Oh,
No,
the
that would mean that it is
29th.
the 29th of Ice over.
Okay,
Gotcha.
are we at the cart yet?
Once everyone stops making me do my job.
Aelar, did you
Guess what?
find the lining up
Throwing
of
a
the
fork,
stars?
fork in that.
It has been 3 days. Are we close?
are we close? We are very close.
I am so excited.
And then I'll kind of like start like jolly skipping ahead of the group towards the caravan.
All right,
Is
so
this-
as Ecclesias takes point and Yellow Brick roads it all the way to the to the exactly.
Follow the yellow brick
Wonderful Wizard
road.
of Oz. As you get up, you hear very faint chimes as the wind blows. As you see that there's a wind chime hanging off the front, as the horses take notice of you and just kind of mind their own business.
I stay behind with our
Okay. There is a glass window on the side. It is, I don't know what type of glass it is. It's that like wavy, you can't really, you can see shapes, so you can't like see through it, like kind of like basement
Yeah.
windows.
Yeah.
That kind of
Frosted.
glass. hmm
Well, I'll look around everybody else. Shall we introduce ourselves? Or I don't see nobody.
I think that is a good idea.
And then I use my speech of beast and leaf, and I introduce myself to the horses.
Okay. What do you say?
I think that is a good idea.
Which is what exactly you see.
Well, out loud to hopefully people with ears.
Hello. Is this one of your birthday things?
Okay, I'm not gonna take out loud.
Hello. My name is Ecclesios Ionomerius, and I'm with my friends. Hello, is anyone home?
As you hear I guess I'll duck down. You hear off, in the building. Hello, who's there?
I look around everybody. We are going by the name The Collective, but if we can meet your acquaintance, I'm sure we can individually introduce ourselves, stranger.
As you hear a bunch of pots and pans and things, and then you hear him start to turn on the music he has inside because it's awfully quiet, and then you hear very quick, like as he walks up, and then you hear like a as something gets dragged over, and you hear it hit the door, and then you hear like creaking of steps as you notice the top half or like little hatch of the door opens, and you see a stringy-haired, green-eyed gnome. And you go, hello.
What kind of music is playing in the background? Is it like a very joyful, or is like?
I was just telling Jay to turn on the music.
rhythm
Oh,
on loop.
okay.
I forgot to loop it.
That was immersion.
Hello, sorry to interrupt, but my name is Zion. No, it's not.
I'm like, he is a little flustered actually.
My name is Ecclesius Zion Mirius, and you are?
And I'll figure out who's next to me and kind of push him forward.
I'll step forward.
This is...
Hello, I'm June.
Take a step forward as well. And I am Zio.
My name's Cthulhu.
And this, the shy one in the back there with the bow, he's...
I'm not there.
Yeah, he's like 100 feet away.
He's...
He sees him in the distance. Oh!
You're a horse.
May we have your name, good sir merchant?
Who's the tall one that you didn't introduce?
The one talking to the horses is Aelar.
Oh. They can't understand you. But
He has a way with animals.
so
Sorry.
do I.
That's disgusting.
What does it look like exactly?
He has very buggy, like stringy hair that's sticking out. Very thin all over, but it's all kind of sticking out. Green eyes, thick spectacles, and a big nose.
Does that remind me of any animals? Like, if you think...
It's a person, and his name is Anakin.
It's a humanoid. It's a,
I know,
it's
I
a,
know,
it's
I
a
know.
gnome.
Okay.
Are you asking me if it reminds you of Gollum?
No, I'm asking because, well, I'm just gonna go for it.
Oh, you have a way with animals.
And then I would go to the gnome, and I would say,
It's canon now. When you use Beast and Leaf, you do sound like the animal.
Yeah.
I just wanted you to talk to a ficus because I can't wait for you guys to role play that. That's my ficus. I don't know what they sound like.
I don't know. Oh, I assumed that was a plant, so I was like, oh, no, you know for plants, you know how like you can grab a piece of grass and then you like blow onto it? That's how you talk to plants.
And
You have to,
this
like,
is what you all hear as his replies. He goes,
That
Aelar,
sound angry to me.
Well, considering he's not an animal and you don't understand what he's saying, it sounds like he's imitating a bear, but you have no idea what it means. Oh my
I go
God.
pet the horses.
Okay. Well, as you asked, my name is Bilgin Feinstitch.
Birgin Feinstein, it is such a pleasure to meet you.
I know. I mean,
So-
it's a pleasure to meet all of you too. What are you doing out here?
I was about to ask you the same thing. We are heading north.
Oh, well, I'm heading around. Around what, you may ask? I don't know.
Well, I could not help but notice that you might be a merchant of sort. What are you selling? If anything, what's your...
Oh, you could tell. What gave it away? He like grabs his glasses and he like suction cups them back to his eyeballs.
my tail just comes up. And I look at it.
You're one to talk. Well, I know that the merchants often travel with caravans, so I'm sorry if I offended, and this is not the case. But
No, no. I'm always happy to sell. I'm just not used to seeing people out here.
well, nor us, but it is our fine Furbog friend who talked to you in the language of Nay
Yes.
is celebrating.
I'll look to Aelar to see if he is wanting to, like, if he's giving me like a nope eyes or making sure that I kind of get like the vibe that it's okay to.
I would. I don't know if I'm behind Ecclesius or not, but I'm imagining that I'm behind Ecclesius, and I would like put my head on his shoulder. I'd be like, "I'm celebrating my birthday."
Oh, fabulous! And as he like closes his eyes and they shoot open, his eyes get really big because of the thick glass that he has on over him. How
So we
old
were-
are you? Let me guess. And you hear, and he just, you see the door shut, and then you hear,
I love the.
and then, and then,
I think he guessed it.
and then you see, you hear
You can
again,
talk like
and he opens the top again. It's broke. Well, let me look at the sun. The trees are in the way.
You stare at the sun.
You're at,
I love this guy.
you're at least my age, so I'd say somewhere around there. Yes?
How old do gnomes live? Do I know that? Actually, do I know how old gnomes live? Actually,
Do I know?
You
They're
would
also
know.
fake- They're also fake creatures.
You would know.
You probably would know.
Are gnomes fake creatures?
You might
I have
know.
no idea.
You would know that they could live pretty old.
Pretty old.
You would know they live pretty old.
No, we don't have a gnome in our group this time. We're not bringing this back
We
from the
just
other
beat
campaign.
the fuck out of that joke in like 10 seconds.
The word gnome is
You would know
present in
that
our-
you would. All right, fine. I'll give in once. You would know that he can live he can almost rival your age.
Erden died.
Does he look old? I thought he
Yes.
looked older, right?
Yes, he
yeah.
looks old.
I mean, from what I know, yes.
Was that a joke?
What?
Was that a joke?
Was that a no? I was just saying from what I know. That's what I said.
Well, I'm sure that you expect a present.
It's. not
You expect a
typical, but I
present,
love
and he
that.
shuts the door again. And then you hear a bunch of
Aelar.
scattering of items inside.
When,
I was-
when
I'm
somebody
like-
asks that, you say yes.
Well, it's. I mean, I am very excited for a present, but I don't want to impose.
It's your birthday. It's kind of your job to impose.
yes, you yes.
And he's
Trust
probably
me,
got
I'm very
something
good at
special.
But wouldn't it maybe be rude to like ask people for presents?
You didn't ask. He offered.
Yeah, you did not
And
ask
no.
that at all.
Also, okay. It's my birthday.
So some time goes by, and you hear like some clanging of glass and then metal scraping on wood. You swear you hear a chicken balk, and then as you hear, and he opens it again. Yes, I have this for you.
I'll kind of like give him an encouraging push.
Kind of like making sure that I'm not gonna take the roof off.
As you walk up the
Obviously.
couple steps up to the door,
Like a third of my height.
he takes off the glass. It's like this thick. He's like, yeah. And he grabs your hand. He pull and your angle. He like kind of pulls it over the door, so you can't see it. And he places something in your hand. You close your hand. Don't look. Don't look.
TPK.
Yep. And as you step back, okay, you can look.
My hands are empty.
What is it?
Background.
As you look in your hands, it seems to be a brass acorn.
I love acorns.
That one is lucky, though.
Lucky?
Yeah, lucky.
What, like, I thought... Like fate?
Okay.
I try to quietly cast Detect Magic to see if anything in his cart or that acorn is magical.
Makes a stealth check.
I'm just instantly SpongeBob meme. Just
Oh wait, I have to roll disadvantage on this, don't I? Oh yeah,
Like-
that's bad.
Ecclesias.
4.
4?
Ecclesias.
You're
the
like,
assembly-
man, I wonder if this place is magical. As you start casting.
The assembly, at least for now, does not know of this acorn, Ecclesias.
What acorn, Aelar?
Exactly.
And I put it in my pocket.
But now, if you were to have an acorn, what? Wait. So how do I use it? Is it?
I'm not
Well-
asking. I'm asking.
Well,
sorry.
should you be a failure in life, this can help you.
Well, we
Ooh.
Only
Dad always
once.
said
Don't
you'd be a
abuse it.
failure.
Only once. Then it's not so shiny.
Oh, but it's so shiny right now.
Exactly.
Snow.
I don't know what that has to do with it.
No, snow. Snow is shiny. You know, like you can't look at the snow sometimes because the sun beats off of it.
As you cast Detect Magic, the whole card has a glow.
Does the acorn?
Yes.
So, what other fun goods do you have in here?
I have many. What are you looking for? I have many wares to sell. I'm sorry I couldn't open the door and let you in, but apparently it's locked.
Do you have any, what is that root called again? One of those things that... Theseus? Okay, everyone don't talk.
blaze root.
Blaze root, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. My head was in the clouds.
Oh, I may.
Blaze root.
That's rare. I haven't seen one of those in forever.
We have plenty of gold.
Mm. And he like looks at you through his eyebrows with his giant glasses. So you're like seeing through the top part of the glass.
just this little margin.
Yes.
And he just and disappears out of sight. And you hear opening of drawers, many of them.
Ecclesias, we don't usually have to... You shouldn't tell people how much money we have. It's
I didn't. I
very-
said we have plenty of gold.
Yeah, okay.
That can mean 2, because gold is a lot to the commoner. There's no way he would know that we had 2,510 gold pieces, 12 copper pieces, and 8 electrum pieces.
Wait a
As
second.
you
Is that
see-
actually how much gold we have?
As you see his eyes peer over as you're listing off the money. Yeah. I have 2.
How
Did you
much
just
do
want the root?
Yes.
Preferably, yes.
Alright, well, I could give these to 10 gold pieces each.
Ecclesias, is that a good price?
I believe that this is a fair price for this occasion and rarity and serendipity. In other words, with more than 4 syllables.
That it is.
The other thing I would like...
That would take you a second.
I had to like translate it in my head.
Many lucky doos.
Sorry.
What else? Would you like anything else? And he like holds these two roots out. They
Yeah,
look
with
like
the-
black and gnarled.
With the group's permission, but I think this is a good good gold spent.
Can I smell them? I can contribute some.
Huh, they
Oh,
smell.
Ecclesias, I think that's great. In addition to that, do you happen to have any mammoth meat or bone?
Just the meat. Just the meat.
Meat.
Which sometimes
Mammoth
is the
meat.
same as the bone, but just the meat.
Where would there be mammoths around here?
You want boneless mammoth wings?
How about nuggies?
Oh,
Mammoth nuggies.
I was making a joke about dicks because meat and
Oh my
bones.
god, stop.
That's
Okay, I'm just gonna say if no one gets your bad puns, don't explain them.
No,
Yeah,
I have
please.
to. That's what makes it funny.
Makes it worse.
Explaining it.
No, I don't have any of very rare glacial mammoth meat.
Do you have a pipe? Just a normal pipe?
I have a pipe. And he looks back, what kind of pipe?
Just
I have a huge bong.
A half pipe, because we're gonna fucking try.
just one that you can smoke tobacco in.
Well, I have a golden oak, Ipswich, red oak, purple oak. I have red mahogany, black mahogany, and he just keeps going through woods. I have ebony wood, elder wood. I
Would
have
there-
gypsy wood.
Fuck you.
What?
Would there be no? Would there be a wood that would remind me of the same wood that my music box is made out of?
Pine.
Then is there a pine?
Oak. Maybe oak.
Okay. Then I would ask.
I have 15 different types of oak.
3 hours later.
Whatever. I would say specifically what looks the most like the just plain oak that I have.
Ah, the most expensive. Great.
Son of
That'd be
a-
$1,400.
He pulls out a pipe. I think this could be 13 copper. Let me clean off my eyes. Oops.
Let me clean
And-
off my eyes.
I
See-
take out my 13 copper and hand it to him.
And I will hand him over the 20 gold for the 2 roots.
On the blaze.
You all look very exquisite. Would you like anything more expensive? I am, and he gets a pout. I am a traveling old man who needs coin.
I fail all of the insight checks.
What other goods do you have in here? Like
Should we ask for
magical
warm
goods?
clothes?
As I look around everybody.
I already have winter clothes on me.
I
Thanks to
could,
Rye,
I
but-
could give you things to set you on fire. Would that be good? That'd warm you up.
We don't need that necessarily.
Proverbially or literally?
Column A, column B.
June, were you looking for something specific?
June is scrolling through her spell book quickly.
Is that a pun? That's a pun.
Puns.
Can you explain it? I didn't get it.
It's a.
I'm not Nick. I'm not gonna explain.
Do you,
Explain
do
these
you
things
have
afterwards.
any goods, magical items that could make it easier for people that are in the cold, such as
Wow.
things that would warm the soul?
Well, unfortunately, I sold my last ring to keep you warm to an odd man who always spoke in a high register to me. Higher than me, that's odd.
Is this, I don't have a weapon, and I feel that if I aim to protect the people that I care about, I should at least defend myself. Do you have any simple, small blades?
I think I might have a cutlery knife, a butter knife, a steak knife, a salad knife.
I don't
stirring
need
water
a
knife.
stink knife, but if is anything magical? Actually, no.
I'll look around to the group.
This should be about celebrating Aelar, and I don't know if we should take too much time to do specific shoppings. I feel embarrassed asking for something for myself. This is Aelar's day.
Well, I will say I do have 4 javelins and 2 hand axes, which I rarely use.
You would have to teach me how to do the javelin, and the axes. I don't know how to use those very well, but we'll find time.
Ecclesias, if you want to ask for something for yourself, I think that Aelar, it is your special day, and I would like to see if we can get more things for your birthday celebration. But I also think that as a collective, we should take the opportunity to purchase materials from this fine merchant.
First of all, it is more of a birthday night, right? Because I have to see the stars before to celebrate.
That is
So
true.
the night celebration.
Secondly, go ahead. How often we have been walking for a long time, and now we meet a fascinating gnome. We met a fucking gnome.
I'm gonna turn to the gnome. My good sir, do you happen to have any obsidian?
And he pauses, and he freezes like
Pause.
for like 5 minutes. Yes.
Do you have a small piece? I don't need anything large.
Define small.
Size matter.
This
Small?
This is weird. I'll start over.
There. Or smaller. That's fine. Your smallest piece of obsidian will do.
As he walks, he comes back, gives you a piece about yay big. Yeah?
Perfect. How much?
20 gold.
For that small of a piece,
Okay, fine. 15
how about 12?
gold?
You said 15 gold. I'm countering with 12.
12 gold.
Can I insight check him real quick? Like, do I
Sure.
know that this is like absurd?
Yes, you
No,
already know it's
it's
absurd.
Sid.
You already know it's absurd.
Okay, would I know
absurdian.
would I know like a typical roundabout price that would be accurate? But I know that this is absurd. Okay. Then I'm going to kind of look at him, and I'm gonna crouch down to eye level and say, "You and I both know that is far too much for such a small piece.
Okay, what do you want to give us?
How about 3 gold?"
Fair?
No, is that still absurd? I don't know. Anyway,
He said
I'm
deal.
gonna. I was gonna
wait,
say I'm gonna.
As a
give him
like
3
being
gold.
raised in a blacksmith, would I know how much obsidian, or like if obsidian is ever used, how would I know like the pricing of it?
Maybe different place of the. You know, 3 gold is outrageous for that small of a piece, regardless. All of you do.
Well, do I know that then?
Yes.
This is
but you offered it.
outrageous for the small piece of obsidian. It would be
Well, if
worth
I-
it at
If she
least
made the
12.
offer, I could say yeah.
We both know that is
Okay.
at least 10
Can
copper.
we do
no
that like
more.
rewind?
Do you have a spell?
like the
If-
Shih Tzu?
Okay, if I know that like even if I would know that even like 3 gold would be absurd for something like that, then my counter offer would be more like 5 silver. It's a very small piece.
Okay, deal.
That's probably still way over, but that's fine. Let's just go with it.
All right, you give him 5 silver.
I give him the 5 silver. And
So you
then
have 25,000 silver sitting in his pocket. So.
Oh, we do? I thought it was 2,500. Let me just add a 0.
Well, you have 2,500 gold. You have 25,000 silver.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh,
hear
I
that.
also
tried to be a
I
smart
used
ass
my
without
own
even being
silver.
smart.
Yeah, I gave him my own silver from my own pocket, and then
He peers over. He's like, "Let me see your feet."
whose feet?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I hold
I'll,
up like my boot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I hold my boot up too.
You're out here and there's no winter boots.
Oh yeah, I just
Let's think
realized.
How much gold do you want to spend?
100
Oh, never mind.
to
I have
start.
these. And he pulls out, and they are look like fur cuffed boots. And on the bottom
What
of them,
fur?
on the bottom of them, white fur. And on the bottom of them, you don't know from what feline. On the bottom of them, on the bottom,
They
it
smell
kind of
like my
looks like
sister.
there's spikes where the tread should be, but it just looks like ice. This will keep you toasty. And
Yeah,
they'll
what
help
would it
you
be?
walk around
Yeah.
this terrain.
I am already pretty nimble. Who do you think will benefit from these ice boots?
I would like some ice boots if they're not too expensive.
Oh, there'd be 1,000 gold pieces.
That sounds too expensive.
I think that is the first time Zio has said if it is not too expensive.
He's grown.
In age. That was actually, that does sound like a fair price.
And I'll look around to the group.
It does seem a bit of gold to spend, but being a person around these items, in order to get one good thing, it's worth it to spend the gold than get 6 pointless things for cheap. So if Gio can use these, I am okay with voting my 1,000 gold.
Yes.
Would you be willing to barter for maybe a discount if we pair with other items?
Maybe. Let's see what.
I had a couple things that I might be interested in. You look like you might have a few odds and ends. Do you happen to have a tiny bell?
I might have a few evens and starts. Let me go see.
Thank you.
And he runs into the back.
What is a bell for? Is it for Duo?
And I'll like kind of scratch Duo's chin.
This is for you.
No.
As you hear a clanking that's very similar to a cowbell, and he comes back.
How big is it?
It's a cowbell. It's like.
Oh. Do you have anything smaller that maybe would make it a little bit more?
You see,
higher
like
pitched?
you see the light leave his eyes, and you ask, "Oh God."
I feel like his proportions are just off, so since he's so much shorter, he gets something that he thinks is small for us, but he knows it's big for him, but that's just like, it's too disproportionate. This is small for you, right?
He comes
It's huge for
back,
me.
and it looks, and he brings a bell that's about the size of a small grape. You know, that.
Yeah, that'll do.
3 silver.
Yeah,
What's the bell made out of?
Bell.
What type of
that's the important part.
He squeezes it. It's soft, properly brass.
Does it like deform when he squeezes it?
No, there's play to it.
Okay,
Is it just the right bell?
That'll do, I think. Sorry, June. I was just kind of curious if you had any sort of weaponry here, or
Not
any
in the sense
other-
of weapons.
Okay, that's fine. Maybe any other magical items besides these boots?
I have plenty, but you need to help me a little bit.
I have an idea for something that this might yeah, that's a DM through Billigins. This might be, and I'm addressing the group when I'm speaking. This might be a little far-fetched because at the assembly these would be very expensive. Do you happen to have any small items that's the size of a button that, if sewn onto each one of our clothing, we would know relative proximity with those buttons? Just in case we ever lost each other in the woods, we would know if we're getting closer or farther from each other.
Something to help
Is
us
that
keep in touch.
specific enough? Do you have buttons of locating?
Well, I
Location
remember
button.
I was traveling, and I went through a town far to the west. Or it was north. Maybe it was north-south. Either way, I found it. And there was a man making these little rods with a ball at the end. I am digressing. There's a piercing. I can do it. It goes on your tongue. It helps you communicate.
Oh.
Yeah,
You said
have-
you can do it?
I have 2 of them. They're sold as a pair.
So Nick flinched at that because I'm scared of everything. But I just remembered that Aelar
Here's the
has a
chair.
bunch of tattoos, and he would
Yeah, I
probably
would-
be like, "Fuck yeah!"
I'd be interested.
Yes. Have you, do any of you have these magical tattoos? Have you ever got one before?
I said piercing.
Oh,
Yeah,
another
Yeah. I think
piercing.
that might be something that could be useful for, I'll look at like Aelar and Zeo, Urden, and Cthulhu for maybe you guys that can't communicate telepathically.
I'm not there.
Oh, just kidding.
I don't want that. No, thank you.
Well, can I make an argument for one of us to have these, June? Because if we can locate proximity, we can also navigate telepathically.
Are you willing to get your tongue pierced?
I will
I
say,
have,
it
I
won't
have
tell you
ear
where they are.
piercings, so can't be too different.
You say it won't tell
No,
where they are.
but should
Right.
you choose, you can speak to one another.
Dude, how much
Oh.
mouth movement do you require to speak?
How much mouth movement do you require to speak?
Right, no.
Yeah.
You cast to speak to someone telepathically, and how far can it work for?
He sticks his tongue out and there's no piercing. Ah? Ah?
So you do not know.
I do not know.
Yeah, no, I don't want Aelar in my head at all times. No, thank you. Nor Zero.
How much are these?
This would be 750 gold pieces.
I'll look at Ecclesias.
How
I
about
like the acorn, thank you.
Well, that was free.
I know, but thank you. I didn't say thank you earlier, so I felt obliged.
You're
I
welcome.
kind of look at or put my hand up and try to whisper to Ecclesias. How about we give up a little bit of a lecture? Would that be better? Instead of having to go.
I'll quietly back just to respect the volume.
This electrum is much more valuable than the gold, in a different way, but trust me, I think that if we were to lose each other, this would be a very good idea to bring us back together.
Ecclesias, do me a favor. Make a insight check with advantage.
On whom and for what?
Just in general.
Okay, I will so DM. With advantage?
Yeah.
Good, because that first one was a 19. Okay, that first one was worse, so we're gonna do insight. That would be 23.
All right,
Holy
I am
shit.
sending you what you infer.
I get an
As-
inference drop on the Discord, which can be found in the links below the stream. You can join us and see quotes that we pull from the show and behind-the-scenes conversations that don't happen on camera.
I hope he just posts it in the Twitch chat. And
Yeah.
like everyone.
Fuck you!
Well, this is a fair price. I know it seems scary to use this much gold, but if I ever lost this band again, I don't know what I would do. Especially you, Cthulhu.
I think that this might not be a bad idea to invest in.
Zio can do it. I would prefer not to get.
Well, Cthulhu, think
That's
about
okay. There's only 2 of them.
But Cthulhu, if I can make an argument for you to have one, is think about your strengths. Your strengths are to charge into the fray to protect us, it seems. So if you were to do that, somebody that was back here, you can relay any message that you want. So I think
That was
think-
just a really dumb mistake. I didn't mean to do that.
then we will use to other people if anybody else is okay with the buttons or the
mean-
piercings.
I mean, I think that it's a valuable thing. So can we potentially add that to the
Yeah.
the boots for now,
Mhm.
and then I'm sorry to send you probably to a similar area in your cart, but do you happen to have a diamond that would run about 50 gold?
While he's
50 gold.
thinking,
He goes back and looks.
oh, sorry.
ahead.
Yeah. So when he goes back inside, after I was reminding Cthulhu about the gold, and that it's good to spend gold, and it's a good thing to spend a lot of gold, and then Ecclesias just goes,
Wait, this is very odd. I don't know why I didn't think about it before, but he is openly selling us magical items, and he's using a high gold price. Fair, but unless these are tracked somewhere else, magical items aren't peddled for gold. You know this now, having met me. They are bartered with Electrum. So there is something strange here. I don't think menacing or evil. I don't mean that grandiose of a spectrum, but this is odd.
Are all magical items sold for Electrum, or
Traditionally, most magical items, they almost need to be tracked, not by location, but our assembly is not only procurers of items, but we catalog them, where they came from, how much was spent to get them, where they are going to the person, not the place.
so I'm just looking at everybody with magical items.
We don't track magical items, but there's a... So it is odd that he's be selling these and not using Electrum, which would be a certified way of doing it.
then perhaps
Maybe he just needs gold to live.
or perhaps maybe he didn't obtain these items by purchasing them himself.
So we have a moral dilemma of, do we...
Either way, I mean, I guess for me, as long as it works the way that he says it's gonna work.
That's what I was going to say, June, is that no matter where these came from, if we can potentially keep them out of the hands of somebody to do nefarious things with them, then we as the collector are good. I feel that in my bones, so I don't see there's a problem to buy these. It's just, it's something to be thinking of.
Is there, Ecclesias, you have a lot of experience with magical items. Is there a way to make sure that these things are going to do the things that he mentions, and to make sure that there's not some sort of curse?
That is very wise of you to consider that, June. It shows that you don't have irresponsibility with these items, but I know that this is high magic to find out exactly what it does.
But I want to try to think about anything, either Master Velos, Master Vale, friends in passing, any colleagues that would mention something like that, how to ascertain whether or not he's lying about the spell. Something more than just doing an Arcana check. I mean, I know that's kind of meta, but like Ecclesias is like, well, I know there's ways of telling something's magical.
What are you trying to tell?
I want to try to tell not just something as base as a Arcana check, knowing that it's magical and knowing like detect magic. Is there something that specifically can tell you if this is the spell or enchantment on it? So if it's like illusory, I know the actual spell. So he's not just saying like, oh, it makes you fly, but it actually makes you sink.
You would know that to discern this, you would need to be proficient in enchantment magic.
Oh, okay.
Or
yes, this is a...
alternatively, know a identify spell.
There's two ways of going about this, but I can't do them either. It is a very powerful enchantment magic that would tell you exactly what it does, but my assembly, for a small fee, of course, can identify objects. I am not trained enough to do this.
Oh, that's okay. Everybody has their specialties.
He kind of pokes his head over while you're having this conversation.
This is not one of mine either. Do I notice him poking his head over? Okay.
I can tell the school of magic if you are proficient in knowing what the school of magic does.
Well, it wouldn't be just more specific, but...
I have one for 150. He holds up a diamond.
Would I know that size diamond is worth that much?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't have anything smaller? That's the only one?
No, I don't carry many jewels.
I'll look at Ecclesias. I mean, it's and everybody else. I mean, it's up to you guys. It's all of our
Yes.
gold. But if we can purchase this jewel, I would potentially be able to start working on a spell that I have written. Do
Yes,
you
we need to encourage. No, not at all. I didn't mean to speak over you, but we should encourage each other to build strengths. I know this seems like a lot of gold,
Addressing everybody.
but for boots that help us stay warm and efficient at moving, for these piercings to help us not lose each other, for June to have a diamond to help build her skills, this is worth all the gold in the world to me.
Then I'll turn back to the guy and be like, yes. And I'll put my hand out for the diamond, and June's hair floats a little bit as she gets really excited
And
to be able to do something
he
new.
puts it over next to the boots. He goes, I thought this was a group.
Oh,
It is.
yep.
He looks directly at Zio and he goes, how about you? Any ingredients that you keep forgetting about to create?
Sorry, I had to step away, go take a piss behind that tree real quick.
That's my history.
That's my history.
Smells like
Well,
meat.
I guess law of nature says it's mine now. I did get that bell in the pile there. I think that it could be good to have some more charcoal, incense, and herbs. I was able to do stuff with that before, so.
What kind of charcoal? Isn't it pretty specific?
Pretty sure no.
Doesn't have to be burned in a certain thing. Why did I sound like the hormone monster?
Yeah, I kind of.
Oh, I missed that show.
Yeah, I suppose that some, if you have a brass brazier, some charcoal, incense, and herbs.
Well, I have something that might help you. And he goes and he brings back a brazier, a physical brazier, and it is unlit, but it is about yay big. And he goes, I can tell you that. Now this one got me into a lot of trouble back in Freyas a couple of years ago. Burned down a couple of homes.
I like the sound of that.
It's expensive though.
How expensive are we talking?
About 2,500 gold pieces.
That is all of our gold.
But
So-
it could help you find a friend in the elemental.
Like this one, and I'll snap and have Duo come up around my shoulder.
Oh, well, yeah. You hear it like physically as he pushes his eyes away. He goes, "That's Frey. That's not elemental. No, like fire, water, earth. Yeah,
Oh,
that kind of elemental."
that sounds very enticing.
I know.
And
Dangerous. Expensive, but tempting.
unfortunately, I don't think we have the money to be spending on that, as well as all of these other trinkets. But if you wanted to do some sort of bundle deal, maybe we could work that in somehow.
Well, if 2,500 is all you have, this one might be a little too rich for your blood, as some say.
Maybe.
I think what we have is a good variety.
Very well. So, we have the boots. Yes. We have the bell. Yes. The diamond. Yes. We have the piercings. Yes. I think that's all. Yes. So that
We had
totals up.
we had the obsidian, we had the diamond, we had the boots, we had the piercings, we had
The bell.
The bell.
So no, just normal brass brazier or incense, charcoal, herbs.
He kind of looks like the weird gnomish version of that meme of the woman. She's like
With the
trying to think of all the numbers.
the shapes and letters.
I got the price.
Is it right?
I forgot the price.
Should
I-
altogether be about
2,000
1,500
gold
right?
pieces.
That's the,
Pretty good deal.
it does sound like a good deal. We still haven't established who else is getting the piercing with me.
You were getting the piercing?
Why are you getting a piercing if you can already?
Well, because did we decide on who was getting the piercings?
Not really. It's just if you can already innately do that, but telepathically speak to people, it seems kind of wasted on you.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason why is that if somebody who is not telepathic can only speak to somebody who is not telepathic, that if somebody that was telepathic, they can relay it to anyone else. But now that I see your point and I say mine out loud, it does. Yes, no, it's. We're looking for. I just didn't know if we had to get the piercings now before we paid.
Bilgim points. He's like, "What about your friend who's far away? He could get it."
Yeah, I think that he might like it as well.
Oh yeah, I'll cast
So are we
message since.
getting it?
Yes, yes, we are getting them.
2,000 gold.
Could I?
One piercing or two?
Dos.
A and B and God, Cthulhu, as I'm like counting up the gold, I don't just hand him out a perfect
One,
satchel for it. Yeah.
2.
Cthulhu, did you have something to say? I'll pause counting. Pause.
This might sound weird, but do you have any like whittling stuff? Something that could be used to engrave wood with?
I might have a sharp knife.
Not specifically like anything that I don't already maybe have.
Well, I don't already know what you maybe have, but I will say that I try to deal in the illusionary weird, not in the practical.
That's fair. Never mind.
So I'll continue to count out the gold, and I will hand over gladly 2,000 gold for.
Alright. So you get the diamond, the bell, the obsidian. He hands you the pair of boots. Whenever someone decides their tune, let me know. And then he goes, "All right." And then he, and he's like climbing out the thing, and then his feet are like hooked on the door. He's like, "This is the tricky part most of the time," and then and just lets go, and then catches himself, and then like slowly slinks. He's like, "Piercing! I forgot the fucking tool."
I'll cast message on Uridin really quick.
I know you are far away, but there is a really cool piercing that will allow you to telepathy with someone. Want to come closer unless you're trying to stay away.
Yeah, shit. Hold on.
What about the other line?
Yes.
Oh, and then I turn back and realize the guy is trying to crawl back inside.
And
See if he's got the
he
tools.
gets back inside, and you're.
Is he
And he
jacking off before he pierces my tongue?
and he
What?
comes and he comes back out.
It sounded like, yeah, no.
Open the mouth.
He
As
came
comes
back outside.
Yep, he's back out.
Oh.
So who's gonna get the second? Because Urudin is a good candidate for one.
No, Cthulhu said no.
So Aelar or Zio.
I just don't like piercings. I'm sorry.
I am
It's okay.
totally fine with getting a piercing.
I am as well.
Why don't you roll for
I was gonna say rock, paper, scissors, and then I
Yeah.
realized
Boulder, parchment,
someone
shears.
doesn't have a camera.
Let's boulder, parchment, shears.
Oh yeah. He's
yeah,
like,
someone
someone did
doesn't have a
exactly what
face.
needed to beat you.
Rock! I have paper!
Well, I guess they're rock, and you have scissors because I can't see it. So,
Boulder,
Really,
parchment, shears.
because it was actually paper.
It's actually
No,
dynamite.
if you wanna
Beats
roll,
everything.
high
Just
Roll
both
for
you
it.
roll a
Sure.
tongue check.
Check.
Okay.
D20, D100.
That'd be
D20.
persuasion.
D20.
Whatever you rolled with your furbolg version.
Is Aelar proficient though? I think he should have advantage.
Well,
Oh, I'm
have
proficient with
Does he have
tongues.
Ask
birthday
the-
advantage?
Well, ask
Lady
the lady
Furball
Furball.
comes fly. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh my god, you guys.
We're just on the same brain.
Right.
Straight roll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 5.
1.
Hey, all right. Let's be honest. If you left home, age 30 years, came back with a tongue piercing too, you probably might not want to anymore. So give it to the
Like,
Furball.
you went through some shit.
It wasn't a phase, Mom. All right. Mom, very well. Come here. Sit. Sit.
I kind of like go up and then. Do gnomes know Sylvan?
Do you ask that?
I would ask.
How's it?
And I would just say hello in Sylvan is what I would do because I just thought of that because gnomes are also Fey, right? They also have pointy ears. That's what makes you Fey is the pointy ears.
And he's like looking at you, waiting for you to sit.
Okay.
Fucking eyes.
And he literally grabs your tongue. And
Does he have his glasses on?
I'm gonna look
Yeah.
at Ecclesias and I'm like, can you like make him do better on this for Aelar because it's
And-
his birthday?
right through the tongue.
Right
Make a
before he did that, I'm just
Constitution
like, yeah,
saving throw.
probably.
Oh, please roll a 1. Please roll a 1. Please roll a 1.
My eyes go wide to June. I'm like, I can do it on the next one. I can do it on the next one. Oh god, I'll do it on the next one.
Constitution saving throw, you say?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
if
no.
only it was strength, it would be a 24, but instead I'll settle with the 22.
Okay.
Okay.
As
Yeah,
it just
get the F out.
right through the tongue. Even though he literally just took a metal rod with a point at the end. It's not even a needle.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
you
Oh my
know
God.
in your head of heads that this is probably gonna get infected. As he gives you, it's just like a little silver stud. As he finishes up, and he's like,
Do I have to spend an hour with it? I mean, I will spend more than an
Do I
hour
have to
with it,
spend
but
an
do
hour?
I?
not once the other recipient has it.
So I think by default, when you get a tongue ring, you got to constantly put it on the outside of your teeth in front of people and at parties.
Oh, so I talk with the other one with the.
Yes, who's getting it? Well,
You tongue each other.
who's getting the other piercing?
I'll try to get a hold of Urdin again. I'll just wave. He said, hold on, when I tried to get him over.
Why do the half orcs always run off? I don't understand it.
I'll yell out loud, non-message.
Come here.
Okay, here I come. Then I jog over.
Okay. So as you come over, yes, sit.
You shit.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I will sit.
I will shit.
I'll sit down.
All right.
I'll sit
And
down.
Don't worry, Urdin. It doesn't hurt that badly.
Oh, it doesn't hurt.
I'm just gonna look over at Ecclesias.
It's just like chopping off your tattoo.
I want to go up to Urdin real quick, and I put my hand on his back, and I simply say,
It probably won't be as bad as that tattoo, so it's on your side.
and I'm going to cast Heroism on him. I was going to do Bardic Inspiration, but that's an advantage, and that's not as fun. So I'm going to give you Heroism. You can't be frightened. You're immune to fear, and you get temporary hit points, which is you get 4 temporary hit points. It doesn't matter.
Okay. So as you sit down,
That's me sticking on my tongue.
yank. And are you ready? Constitution saving. throw.
1.
With
You're
advantage.
not
Do I get
afraid.
advantage
No.
'cause my tattoo? Yeah. Oh.
No. Yeah.
Wasn't he?
You're
half-orc
under
still
arrest.
What's the half orc thing with Constitution?
I'll give you advantage on it because you carved your tattoo off your arm.
'Cause he's a badass.
I rolled the same fucking thing. 15.
Okay. As a pucker butthole, it hurts. As he attaches it, he's like, "It's fun."
Pucker butthole.
And Aelar, you hear in your head.
Wait, is it permanent?
It's constant. You just go.
What,
Erdin, you hear what,
No.
If they get really close with their mouths open, they just get the feedback.
Starting to be glad I didn't get this.
fourth wall has been broken!
Literally. I think that's actually the second wall.
I think we have.
technically, But anyway.
Oh, that's great. And he goes,
bet.
Oh, I
"Stop
missed it.
thinking about your person."
I think about Ecclesias.
And then I look back at Erdin looking at me.
And as you guys speak,
I'm like, but it's on my tongue. How do I stop thinking about it?
Erdin, you hear that. Aelar, you do not hear what Erdin says. So, I will make it in D&D Beyond later, but when you guys wish to, you can send a message to somebody, or that one person, within 500 feet.
Oh, that's so sick. I love this.
That's pretty cool.
We're tongue buddies now.
I would think that too.
Like that part. Oh no.
Oh, also, you notice that you actually have to verbally say it. If you whisper it, it cannot be heard. You have to say the words.
Like you had to verbally say it. So
I just
if
say it
Aelar
out
is
loud.
around, we're tongue buddies. Everyone hears it but me, and me.
We're tongue buddies. That needs to be a quote.
Yeah, tongue buddies. It's the next episode of the chapter, or that's the name of the chapter.
Well,
It should be
Arg-
more fun,
well,
buddies.
Bergens, you have been more than
Belgians?
hospitable. Sorry, Master Firestitch. Finestitch, did I get your first name wrong? And apparently the
Belgian.
last.
I'm only one person.
Belgians. I
Belgian.
thought you right.
Belgian.
Oh,
And
sorry, it's a thing with my
silence.
mouth.
Belgian. Well, I must be continuing my morning pheasant. You have a wonderful day. And he.
May I ask you a question before you leave? Oh. Why are you dealing in magical items with gold and not electrum? I find it strange that you aren't using electrum as is customary with magical items. I apologize if I offend, I'm simply curious.
That is strange, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it is, but no matter, we won't disturb you any further. Be safe out here, these woods are reckless.
Thank you.
Can I go over and kind
He
of give him
turns
a lift?
around and he's like, if only I was tall. Waiting for someone.
Yeah, I'll walk up and gotta grab by his waist.
Brendan jumps back to the horses.
And then he's still. And climbs over, and then you hear, and he shuts the door.
Well, yes, this is very exciting, but more importantly, I wait to figure out the way to prepare the blaze route because, I mean, I don't know time of day, but tonight is your birthday feast.
I'm very excited. Have I said that?
Yes, you should be.
Do you make blaze root tea? Is that a thing?
DM? Oh, sorry.
You could bake it into a pie. There's a lot of ways.
I wasn't sure if I. Okay, yeah.
You can put it into a blunt. You can bake it into a cookie. You can.
Well, on that magical note, we're gonna take a break. So, tongue buddies. God,
That
fuck you.
magical move.
that's the
I do want to
chapter
say,
I think it should be pun buddies.
Beast, thank you for subscribing for 3 months in a row. Thank you so much. And for gifting 5 subs again.
Holy
You're
cow.
a beautiful beast. That is 60 gifted subs to the channel. You're amazing, man. Thank you so much. Much love, man. Can we get some sporks in the chat for Beast, please?
Oh, yeah.
And then
for Beast.
Brandon resubscribed with that Prime for 3 months, saying, now off work and blew my back out. Oh,
I know.
but thank goodness it's Friday. Well, and he gives another 5.
Beast
All right, everyone.
mode.
Sports,
Oh my goodness.
Zeos, the duos, just whatever you got, they're in chat now. Throw 'em in
Nightbot's
there.
like, no more emojis, no more emojis.
Stop! All right, Dave. Well, before you leave, you gotta put emotes in the chat. That's how it works. You gotta for Beast. But
Yeah, you gotta.
thank you, Diggity Dave, Dickwitch. Thank you for hanging out, dude. Just click the button and
I
don't
know.
type them, dude.
Hey, learn how
Yeah.
to do computer
Nick,
stuff.
what are you
Nick.
doing?
He's on a Linux.
Dave,
that
thanks
one
for
thing?
hanging out. I hope you had fun, and I hope
Not
that
on a
Florida
Linux.
was awesome. We will see you
Thanks,
next week
Dave.
on Friday. Take care, man. Broken City Sky, hello. Thank you for the sparks. Did you?
Ooh.
I want to see. I didn't even catch before.
That's
I was gonna
literally
say-
the same.
I will say Ashy, Anchelon, Hop, Jake the Dog, Abby, Wow Wowzer, Coach Peoples, Finn the Human, Lilith, Lilactolin, and
Oh my God.
Lunch Rady. Welcome to the Spark
Lunch
Army.
Rady?
Lunch Rady.
Oh.
Welcome to the Spark Army.
Hey, Nicole.
But
Welcome to that sports army.
we will. This will actually be a quicker break, so only give us about 10 minutes, and we will be back. Enjoy the jaunty tavern music. Anybody new here, make sure you hit that follow button. But stick
Join our
stick
story.
around. We will be back in about 10 minutes. Don't go far, and we will see you soon. See ya.
Balls.
And we're back. All right, so
It's the Tongue Buddies adventure.
Ridden. As you were separated from the group, was there anything you would have liked to have done?
So, I'm messing with the horses. What is your? Did we name him? What is? You're not gonna talk to me. Horse one. Horse other. Cool. Guess what I'm gonna do, boys? Gonna pray. Don't laugh at me, alright? And then I'll take like 3 steps, 5 steps away, and then I'll kneel down in the stupid snow and damn, this is what you said when I had that ring. And then I'll close my eyes and look toward the sky.
Alrighty. What do you say during your prayer?
I take a deep breath and recharge by lightning. Honor is my fury. Battlefields are mine. I see all, I cover, and I protect my friends. Court, I call to you in desperation. Guide, pull out the arrow that has the storm, and I spin it in my hand, shove it into the ground so that arrow tip is upward.
Nice. Make a religion check for me.
Nuts. It's only a 10.
Make a perception check for me.
That is 18.
Alrighty. So as you the arrow into the ground and you look up for guidance in the even though it's winter, even though it's ice over, the sun is out and there's partial clouds in the sky, and you see cut across the sky heading northward a large lightning bolt.
Oh.
as it goes behind a cloud and dissipates, as you see like a crackling through the cloud as it fades.
I like stare up, not even blinking for a solid like 2 minutes. Anything else, or is that it?
That's it. And as you're staring up, that probably would have been when you hear, "Come on!" as Ecclesius yells over at you.
Damn. Yeah, so then I would have ran over.
Okay. Do you collect your arrow?
I do, yes.
All right. And after, the piercing and Bilgrim goes into his hut again, you guys are left to your own devices. You're just kind of taken back again, like just thinking about what happened previously, Uridan.
So, I saw a sign from court while you guys were shopping.
You did? That's fantastic. How did it, what was it?
It was simple and straight to the point, as I always knew. It was just a lightning bolt to the north.
That is,
To the
how
north.
do you, that means that your god approves of what you're doing? Is that what that means?
That's how I'm taking it.
This is a very great day, and I cannot wait for the night.
I mean, it's
Okay.
gonna storm soon, or
I sure hope so.
I think I typically like the rain, but right now I could go without rain.
I
It's
agree.
wet enough.
No, thank you. I do not like water unless it has sugar in it and it's in my belly.
It's in my
How's-
belly.
How's that ring treating you?
It's actually treating me very well. It's I think it's time to return it to you now, though. It helped me a great deal, and I appreciate you for it. And
No, you don't. No, leave it. You leave it.
You-
You take it for a day. Well, we can spread it around and make sure everyone gets a day of warmth.
okay, good, because it is having trouble coming off.
Good. But well, we could always cut the finger off if you have 9 others.
That is sound logic, but I will refuse it. But well, now that we have our things, I'm very excited to find a place to camp, and we could attune to these and try them out, maybe. Because I still haven't not done the everything that this can do, and I'll point to like my ring of shooting stars, and kind of like with the claws and the gems.
Alright. So as you begin to make camp, Aelar, over the next, we'll say 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours, what would you have everybody doing to prepare for your birthday? You're muted. Okay.
Yeah. What I should have left myself muted and then spoke and then be like, well, I already said it and I can't.
Fade to black.
Shit. I did actually write a little bit. Over the next 6 hours, what did I have people do for my birthday? Oh, jeez.
Like in preparation, I know you
yeah.
said a large fire, so a lot of wood and large pieces of
Yeah.
lumber. You have
Yeah.
the blaze root.
Pretty planned, man. Let's go.
So I would I would have people gathering firewood, in particular probably some how usually you'll get like a big log, but it'll only be about this large because that's like a normal size.
Mhm.
So like those really thick logs, but then like long.
So
like super long. Like fucking huge. And
a
like
trunk.
3 of them.
A tree.
Like 3 trunks.
So 3 trees. That
No,
was the
well, no.
weirdest way to describe I cut down a tree.
No.
You know how stumps are like this, but I want a
Single
long
tree.
one.
No. So, like, burning firewood, usually the logs are about this big, as big as my head, but then they won't be that long. They'll be, so They'll be
Just
about
by-
3 times that length, which is not
Just
the size of a
microphone.
tree. Which is not the size of a
Your mic.
tree. Thank you very
Plug
much.
in your mic.
It is. So, anyways.
Okay, so you
3
cut down
big-
3
3
trees.
big logs
You
and a
cut
bunch
down
of
3
things.
trees.
Yeah. 1 tree. Fine, 3. And
And then you.
well, no,
fashion them.
they would need to be dead wood because the alive trees wouldn't.
You get your wood.
All right. Damn straight, I get my wood. Lady
No,
Frobo
she
gets it.
She couldn't make it.
Anyway.
We tried.
She gave me the wood.
So that, and then we would. So we wouldn't really be able to make stew. However, we would be able to make the tea. Would there be any? This is something I learned kind of recently. I don't remember if it's holly. I think it is called holly, but it's the only caffeinated thing in North America, and I think it's holly. So it would be some sort of berry like that, and we'd mix that in with the blaze roots to make some sort of tea that is both caffeinated and
Delicious.
whatever the blaze root does. I don't remember.
Warm feel.
Or like
And-
whiskey
and
burn.
When the night starts coming over, I would start to put people to sleep with talk. I wouldn't intend to put people to sleep about talking about the stars, but that's what's gonna happen.
Did we
So-
eventually find Blaze Root? I didn't think we found any. Found
We
Yeah,
any.
he
bought it
sold
from
some.
Gilbigan.
Oh,
Billigan.
I missed that part.
So as you use the 2 blaze roots, which take a long time to actually turn into something edible, which is probably most of the time of someone, and you can leave it unattended from here and there, like a crock pot. As you procure this tea
I know.
that will help all of you warm your bellies, as well as give Aelar a little bit of taste of home. As Aelar and Cthulhu start constructing this gigantic brush fire waiting to happen, as the rest of you kind of clear out the snow from the area, pad down certain places, kind of move it away. As nighttime starts to fall, what would you all like to do?
Real quickly, before night falls, I would like to mention to Aelar, like, maybe you'd like something to eat for your birthday festivities, and we can send out one of our people who's familiar with the nature and maybe shooting things. Maybe we can send Uridan out to go catch us some game, and we can have a nice meal along with our tea.
Yeah, would you like? I can get some elk, and maybe some
Ooh.
nice elk steaks or something. Maybe whatever I can find, because this is a fucking cold area, and there is probably not much living here.
Literally nothing.
Probably more berries, because that is what is surviving right now.
We
Does
can
that
play
sound
hide
good,
and
Aelar?
seek too.
Sorry, I was making sure that holly berries weren't poisonous.
By searching my brain, which I also call Google.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just seeing if you wanted some some meats and like a dinner to go with your tea for your festivities tonight.
Oh, you know what? That's something I would probably have done in the 6 hours. Sorry, I would have been looking for a
What?
because I'm not gonna hunt down a mammoth by myself. I know this. I know mammoth is kind of a big clan.
They're also not around here.
They're also not around here.
They also don't fucking exist. No.
You know what's
I
cool
will-
about Mammoth?
I will help
Yeah,
Aelar hunt.
imagination.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would assume that we'll say that June and Ecclesias, you learn and Aelar shows you how to brew this tea. As then Aelar, you take Cthulhu and you both find the proper fallen trees and start constructing. I didn't say food, I said fire. When I said go, when I said, oh, did I say, what did I say, Uridan?
You said
You
Cthulhu.
said Cthulhu.
Yeah, I know. Cthulhu, when I said go get fire, you're like, oh,
I know. I got that.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
can cut down trees myself.
I
I'm
missed
saying
that part.
Aelar takes you guys individually to help with his birthday stuff, as you and Aelar go to get firewood to set up a fire. And then Aelar and Uridin, you go out on a hunt together to find meat. And what do you and Zio do? Do you guys find streamers?
Well, you found him right here
balloons.
at twitch.tv/the Arcane Archives.
That man. Is that him?
Aelar, what can I help with?
Dragging this. Oh god, I don't know. Oh, I know. This is not traditional, but I don't know if you know how to do this, but we will try.
Okay.
Have you ever built an igloo?
No.
No.
No, and
Yeah.
I thought so, but we will try because as a son of the North, you should know how to build an igloo. What if, well, you will probably not be stuck in the wilderness, but what if you are stuck in the wilderness?
Yeah, well, I think I can make my way back to town.
I'll just leave the wilderness.
what if you're trapped in the wilderness? I'll just leave it.
Yeah, I'll just leave.
It's the best. I really hope at some point in my life, some
I'll
survival.
just leave.
What are you gonna do if you find yourself here? I'll just leave.
Go home.
I'll just go back to
Let's go home.
civilization. All these
There
people dying in the woods, idiots.
I'll just go home.
That 127 hours guy, what an idiot. He should have just went home.
Naked and afraid. What?
27 hours, guy.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry,
Dungeons and
127
Digressions.
hours guy. If you ever watch, I say it with love.
And also, if you're
is-
watching, please like and subscribe and follow us on Instagram.
Yes. There is a Survivor Man where he was basically in an environment where he couldn't live, and he was like, sometimes the best way to survive is to leave.
There you go.
There is an episode of Survivor Man where it's like that. Anyways,
Alright,
God,
but
those goals.
it is not that difficult.
how deep is the snow?
2 feet.
Alright,
That
so
was about
Sorry,
second
a few feet. That's really tall. A foot and a half.
Say, fuck.
4 feet.
June's over there like, help!
I know. You just see like
I'm
this
apparently
up.
busy helping other people, but
I would try to explain to him like generally we build a small igloo.
Well, we'll
and-
say, you and him take you find probably about an hour at the beginning when the brew is brewing to construct an igloo together.
Right on.
I was
So-
gonna say I don't know how long it would take, but if Aelar needs to leave to do other things, I will do my best to try and take his word. So I'm imagining like the bottom half of an igloo looking like pretty spot on, and then the top just.
It's all about the foundation. It's all about the foundation.
Literally
It's the only
just
part that matters.
it's not an igloo, it's just like a 2-foot tall wall of snow.
Yeah.
Hey,
Just
just like
needs
a
that
little
wall
fort.
Yeah.
Little
We
fort.
built a fort. I just imagine Zio's over there afterwards, just have a thumbs up.
Can I ask June something while we're brewing the tea?
Sure.
June, I don't know. This is how I brew tea.
As somehow you procured a giant cauldron.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
like, what are you, like a witch in a cauldron?
Well, that's how the blaze root sounds, right? Well,
June, do you have any way of potentially lifting Aelar into the sky, like really high up? Because I wanted to try something with everyone. I wanted to like use a spell that I don't often get to use on you all, which will make you lighter. It make you feel light as a feather when you fall. So if you throw Aelar high, then he can have the elation of flight. I don't know. Is that stupid for a birthday gift?
Well,
You're not looking at me or saying much. I am embarrassed.
Let me think about it for a second. I think that's a fun idea. I hope that Aelar would like that. I do have something that might work.
Why don't we just like lift him up and then like for he's a jelly, and then throw him. And we could put this. Oh, if we got Urudin and Cthulhu to throw with their strength, then could you like make him sparkly or something, and I make him fall slow? Can you do something that looks fancy?
This
I
you-
couldn't.
I just
Like-
picture hearing this.
Yep, that's exactly 100% what June
What
is
do I
doing
got?
right now.
What
just
do I
like,
got?
Simsalabim, Biff Mambadoola. I don't know. No, which one?
I mean, I guess I could. I mean, I could cast light on him. That would make him glow.
So
Um,
he'll get everybody. Yeah. Oh, that is so good. I had a great
As
idea.
Cthulhu
because I
walks
can't-
over and drops a log as he's like, make him a star.
But yeah,
You can make him
walks
a
off.
star.
I think it would be better if kind of like what you said, if the stronger people in the group could maybe lift him up, because my option might legitimately injure him. So
No. You do that. Why don't you lighten him up, and then I will make him light, right? Because it's a album. And then the Cthulhu and Urudin will throw him. Yes, that would be fun. He could be a star for an evening.
I could do that.
Well, I guess we're thinking about it. We will make sure that everyone else is on board for this
I'll
plan.
look at Cthulhu, since Cthulhu came and like dropped off a thing. Cthulhu, do you think that you guys would be able at some point to lift Aelar up to do what Ecclesias's plan?
Considering that me and Aelar are kind of the strong people, it's gonna be hard. Maybe Zio could help.
Zio's pretty strong too.
I'm waving from inside this half-built igloo.
As you say, Zio, his
I'm just like,
Yep.
looks really good.
He just like pops his head out of, I'm imagining like this pile of snow, and then like Zio's head pops out. Is this an igloo? Like this?
Is this an igloo?
No, you have to dig
Oh,
it
I
out.
want art of that. I want that in a gift. Just,
Is this an igloo?
is this an igloo?
Can you make a gif of that? Just is this an igloo?
Oh, well, yeah, why don't we? Yeah.
I think with the strong people that we have in our group that we could. I have an ability that makes me be able to be able to throw things 10 feet, so we can see.
Let's make him a star. I'm excited.
Alrighty.
But yeah,
Heard it
Ecclesias,
someday.
I can. You said that you can make him fly. I can make him lighter.
No, I can make him feel light as a feather, and if he falls,
Oh.
then he'll fall slower.
Well,
He'll
I
be light as a
can.
feather.
I can make him weigh like half his weight, and he'd be easier to toss.
Oh, then I
He's-
could definitely throw
Oh,
him.
yeah, we're going to send him to the goddamn moon. It's going to be great. I am so excited.
and I start like stirring, or I look at the tea board. I don't know what to do with the tea.
Well,
Wait, we're just waiting.
Not many people know the moon's name. I don't even know.
So what should we have a code word?
Including me.
Should we have a code word when we're gonna do this?
It doesn't.
Well, just the practicality of that in any sentence. Not a lot of people know how to change the oil. Not even me.
Exactly. That's basically what it was.
We don't need to be a big secret about it. We can just tell him, be open.
Oh.
We want to do something for him. We can say that it's a tradition
Just
of my
surprise.
people.
No, we can just say we're gonna make him a star for the night, and then we'll.
He's the
go
birthday
into it.
star.
Gonna make you a star.
Am I
That's all I'm picturing.
Urban just like staring up into the sky like, I need more lighting.
Gorg, Gorg.
So, I will say, you guys take the remainder of the day between getting a very large, gargantuan fire going, between getting food, creating a pretty passable igloo with Aelar's influence, and creating a very warm tea made with blaze root. As the night takes over the sky, as it becomes dark and you are able to see the waxing half moon, waning half moon, Aelar. As you come back to the group, as everything is prepared, what would you all like to do?
Is the fire going already?
Oh, it is. It's roaring.
To the moon.
I think I can see vision.
As Aelar like coming back to the area from doing something? As you come back, I'm gonna kind of throw up a couple fire bolts. Yeah, as like little fireworks.
As soon as I see fire going in the air, I'm immediately
I was
jumping in
gonna
on
say
that
I
too.
didn't even have to like telepathically tell Zio. I just knew that would get him going.
Doing fireworks, and Zio's going to light someone's house on fire. That's fine.
And then
It's fine.
As you look over, you hear "Why!" and his whole thing's on fire. As Aelar, you walk up in these whiz poppers, and then Zio be like,
Oh, can I say that while Aelar was gone and the tea was brewing, I would have probably made like a couple snowmen,
Okay.
kind of like scattered around our area.
and you see a couple snowmen.
Snowballs.
Yeah, they're really well done. Well done.
Oh,
snowmen.
sorry.
Yeah, like
you managed to find two sticks that at the end of the stick, just looks like this.
yeah.
Looks like a
Snug
kid would
dudes.
use it as a gun to play Ami.
I'm just
That's
like,
all, dudes.
I love that.
I'm like a little kid that's in the candy shop, literally just like,
Snowmen.
You notice that Igloo is Zio standing by it, so proud.
is
What does this igloo look like?
regardless of what I pat Zio on the shoulder and say,
Good job on your first igloo.
Igloo.
Zigloo.
Ziggurat.
That's what we call them in the north.
Thank you. I tried my best, Aelar. I'd have to say that I am pretty proud of myself.
Now you have to spend the nights in it.
Uh.
That will be me.
Yeah, that's what I intended. That's why I made it really long in one direction.
I'll start pouring cups of the Blaze Roots tea, and then I'll like walk around to give everybody one, and then I'll stop at Aelar and I'll just say,
Happy birthday. Very happy birthday. And I'll hand you.
Thank you.
And I'll like put my shoulder into Cthulhu and we'll go to lift him.
Okay.
And
Oh.
As
hot
I've been
stuff
saying,
in my hand. Yeah, this is gonna go great.
As Cthulhu, you notice what he's about to do, so you get up on the other side as June.
yeah, as you guys like go to like lift him up, I will use my ability to adjust Aelar's density and half his weight.
Just like I'm holding
I
it.
cast.
So you have
Oh no, you do remember. What are you gonna roll with? No.
I cast Channel Divinity, Persilus of the Athlete, which gives me what's one? Sorry. Basically, I can throw things, and I'm basically twice my strength at this point.
Okay.
As like
Oh, I guess he's going to the moon.
Aelar, you can jump an extra 10 feet.
and
Or actually twice as far as normal, so whatever your normal jump is.
So Urdin and Cthulhu, you kind of take him by the arms and you go to ha-ha into the air. Both of you make a strength check for fun.
woohoo! I get advantage on this too. You're going to the fucking moon, dude.
I just picture like Cthulhu doing really well and then like Urdin not so much, and like he just like spins.
Urdin, what was your roll?
17.
Cthulhu.
Alright.
Hey.
23.
Alrighty, so as you both and because his weight is halved, you throw him like 15 feet in the air.
I also cast light on him as he
you-
reaches like the peak. Yeah, like the peak of his like throw.
And then Ecclesias.
He really needed to be closer for this.
out of my pocket, I'll pull like this glittery kind of powder,
Tonight we make you a star.
and then I'll cast Featherfall on him. Hopefully, it doesn't just like go back into my face. It actually gets to him. It's got a 60-foot range. Okay. Sure, wasn't like.
Stop. As Aelar flies in the air, Aelar, you notice that you start beaming light off your belt buckle, and then as you go to fall, like that sensation of like reaching the apex and then coming back down, you just like a sheet of paper in the wind.
I'd imagine like at the apex, right, or at the peak, I'd be like, you know, like when people are like, oh fucking shit, and I'd be like, oh shit.
As you
As you come down, I just start clapping.
Welcome to the stars, buddy.
I knock an arrow and I get ready. I'm just
pull.
Target practice.
Oh.
Again.
Soda just came out.
No, it's fine. He's not hugging anyone. I'm not gonna shoot him. What are you guys, crazy?
You guys crazy.
I have never felt in my tummy. It was like there. I did not feel myself. It was like I was floating. It was like a bird.
Real quick, how long does Featherfall last?
1 minute.
Okay, so does my thing. So I'll look at Cthulhu and Erd, and I'm like, can you guys do it again? You got about like 30 seconds.
Wait, do you mean we have to catch him?
3, 2.
Yeah, he would probably be close to the ground.
He'd be at the ground at this point.
Oh yeah, because the feather fall just slows the fall.
I bet. Then 3, 2, 1.
And you guys
Hip ho.
hop hip. All right, roll your strength checks.
Oh, it says that he falls 60 feet per round. So every 6 seconds, you're 60 feet down.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I still fall pretty.
I rolled a 9 this time.
Okay.
I rolled a 20. You're fucking calm. 22.
All right. So in this one, you kind of either you get to the apex and then as everyone's kind of standing around clapping, big smiles.
That was so clever to make me flip like that. I've only done that. Well, I haven't done that in water because then you freeze to death.
Oh yeah, that was totally on purpose. Fuck.
Yeah, that was amazing.
And I would go over to first Cthulhu, and I would go for a hug, and he had no time to like react, just hug, and I go over to Erden, hug. I'm going around people.
Yeah, I put my face in your chest, and my fur and your fur makes one big fur baby.
Hey, we're making
Happy
the fur
birthday.
baby later, all right? You got to buy me dinner first.
Well, oh yeah, you guys are tongue
HUT.
buddies. We'll be fur babies. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You don't know what's in the tea.
You're not me already.
And then I'll raise our teas. I'll actually pour Aelar another one since he yeeted his.
Okay.
But I'll get everybody, make sure everybody has their teas, and I'll raise the cups.
To Aelar, the Battleborn, for those that need names. Happy birthday.
Cheers.
Oh yes, and just cheers.
Happy birthday, my friend. Happy birthday.
So, as you all enjoy this tea, enjoy the meal that was found and prepared. The tea, just so you know, the effects for the next week, whether you spend it in-game or if we, move over. But for the next week, you have no adverse effects to the cold.
Oh.
Oh shit.
As you all
The
feel
warmth
warm
of
and
friendship.
bubbly. Exactly.
Oh,
The warmth of love, the power of love, like Harry Potter.
the one ship that cannot be sunk.
As
Maybe.
the night starts to die down, and you all become very tired as Aelar starts boring you with the stars.
I was gonna tell a story.
So this one,
Who
they say that
attunes?
it was a folk
Who attunes to the boots? We
Who
can talk
attunes
about
to the
this meta, just so we don't have to be like, "Do you want it? Do you want it?"
I think it
it's
was gonna
Zio.
be. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think it was gonna be Zio.
Zio,
I would
you
love
can add.
some nice warm boots.
You can add this thing that I should have remembered the name of to your
I mean, we could
inventory.
have the person.
And Jay, do you want me to tell you what it does? Or do you want me to just tell everybody?
Just me.
Okay. Well then
Be
you
that
can just
way.
look. You can just look it up when
Yeah,
I get
I
to
will.
it. You
like-
can add the boots of the Winterlands to your inventory.
guys.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ecclesias and boots.
It's Puss in Boots.
Oh
Dang,
my
don't
god.
know.
we missed
Nick,
You
so
should have
much.
taken the
we were
boots.
so
close.
You should have taken the
one-
boots.
This one I'll tell everybody. The gift, the brass acorn that you got, brass acorn, at any point, one time, if you roll a natural 1, you can turn that natural 1 into a natural 20.
Oh, fuck.
Damn.
Any moment.
Okay.
Saving throw, attack, strength
Oh,
check,
shit.
anything.
Death saving throws.
Oh.
One time.
That is pretty cool. And then you just have a normal acorn that grows into a dumb tree.
It's a brass acorn. It's just the description now. It's a brass acorn. Right now, it's really shiny, and then obviously once I use that, it will become not shiny brass.
You'll find out when you use it.
Explodes.
You said
find out
something about
next
that
week
earlier.
on
He did.
Falbian.
But
Okay.
I got a quick question. From attuning to these boots, do I just know what they do?
Yep.
Okay. Got it.
Well, maybe since we're around the fire. Let me check the time. Make sure. Okay. Since we're around the fire, maybe do we want to tell stories that maybe we have of fun events in life or stories we were told when we were younger?
I think that sounds fun. What, you want to start?
That is perfect, because that is what tonight is. We are celebrating life. We are celebrating another year surviving against
Indeed.
the harsh.
Well, I can tell a story that I was always told as a child, and you guys might not like it because it is religious, but it's also just a really cool story to me.
Yeah, go.
Alrighty. Well, I will sit here and okay, I'll tell you guys about how Fortis put the moon and the sun in the sky.
Oh, I love the moon.
I love the sky.
Well, at the start. Oh, sorry. Were you gonna say something? Alrighty. Well,
I think we're kind
Is
of
this tea
jokingly
alcoholic?
interrupting. Yeah, I know.
Well, at the start of creation and time and how everything formed, Fortis watched over the land of Falbian being made. He watched as gods did their work and created this land that we all live on, and it was very peaceful to watch the beginning. And with this, it slowly became apparent to Fortis that darkness is just the bane of a lot of people's existence. With darkness breeds chaos, and chaos creates evil, and evil makes living things suffer. Fortis knew that at some point something must be done, so he picked the purest of heart, the one that had passion burning so bright that no one could ignore it. Her soul was named Nova. Her passion burned brighter than everybody could ever know, and he granted her a new ethereal form. To display her passion for everybody on Falbian, to provide light upon it all, to let us see, to let us live, to let us breathe. She grew tiresome, though, as Fortis knew that she could not burn all day. She could not shine her brightest all day. So on the third day, he found a hearty soul. A soul that's name has been lost to time, and granted him a new ethereal form, a warrior's soul. And that is now known as the moon. But his existence will never be forgotten, although his name may have been. And he realized in his sole job was to provide protection upon everything under the dark. And he is strongest when he is full. But slowly, as chaos and evil grows stronger and stronger during the night, his form fades, and that's where waxing and waning moons come in. He gets smaller and smaller, and the protection he gives cannot be as strong. So when he is at his smallest, he he is no longer able to protect us as strong, although he is still watching. But every now and then, as time passes and time goes on, he grows full again. His power becomes stronger, and it makes it really, really, really difficult for anything chaotic and evil to happen. We sit beneath multiple of many miracles to happen, and may the grace of Fortis watch down on us very, very blissfully. I couldn't really think of the word.
That is beautiful.
I'll actually Clesius will actually clap.
This is a beautiful belief to have. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
That was very interesting.
It's not exactly word for word, but it is definitely it's definitely something that I was taught as a kid, and I kind of grew up knowing it and believing it, so I thought it would be fun to share it with you guys, because I kind of think about it every night. That's why I always pay attention to the moon.
Thank you for sharing with us, Cthulhu.
Yeah, I'll look up. And you said waning, right, DM? Which is going away, right?
Yeah.
So I'll turn to Cthulhu. Well, as for now, it seems like he's kind of stepping back, but according to your story and the cycle that we've seen, it seems like he'll be back.
Yeah, indeed. He will be back. He has fought his best battles.
It's going to be quite a story to top, but I don't want to follow that one.
I got a story.
Yes, Rio.
Yes, I got a story. All right. This one is this is a story that I read about in the books. It is based on history of the war between Uthran and Solaria about 143 years ago.
Oh, this is going to be a long story.
No, it's all right. I'll give you the abridged version. I'm not going to go through all the names and dates and the historical battles.
Not all of 143 years.
I do. I do. It is a great story, and I think that you will all enjoy it. So, as many of you know, Uthran and Solaria were locked in war about 143 years ago. And at first, Uthran was winning. They were doing great. And they happened to be led by an outstanding leader. His name was, of course, none other than the wonderful Captain Zio.
My eyes rolled to the back of my head so hard.
Was this your greats? No, this would just be your father, yes?
Aelar, stop it. I'm at the edge of my seat for this story.
Right, this was actually 11 years before my birth.
Oh, interesting. Well, Captain Zio led many wins against Solaria and was pushing the front line of the battles deeper and deeper into Solarian territory. But on one fateful battle, Captain Zio was slain by none other than a deep, dark, evil dragon. It came down, breathing its horrible fire, and actually swallowed Captain Zio.
No.
And without Captain Zio's wonderful lead, Uthran got pushed further and further back, and actually ended up losing some of their own territory. And that leaves us with the borders that we have today.
Did Zio have a trusty sidekick or high-ranking officer whose name probably starts with a U?
Or a J.
Yes, he did. His right and left hand people, their names were Captain Uthron and
Da 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 da.
Wait, what? Is this
Higher,
for you?
that clear is named Captain Theo, and then the person below him is also Captain.
Yep. Captain Uthron and
Captain of captains.
Yeah.
and General June or Jess. Sorry, not June. Sorry, June, you weren't there.
I love this.
This is a fake story. This is fake, isn't it?
I read about it in the history books.
Oh,
It's
just all
the
in
history
general.
books.
Yeah.
The history.
Okay. All right. After all that bullshit, all right. That is my turn. All right. I sit up and put myself there, and I say, "All right. Everyone, look at me. Ready? You ready?" I pull out my
Ready.
spork.
Oh,
Yes.
Follow
Oh.
this spork. Okay, ready?
I followed
Put
this
the
one.
spork away. Now that I have your attention, I want you to picture the desert sunset. It's very vast. It is beautiful. Very red and, amber hues and hills of sand. It is very
Oh.
quiet. Then suddenly, you hear heavy breathing, rushing, tough sand, and pitter patters in it. And he is scared and he is scrambling. He is looking behind him. He doesn't know what this. And a boom! And then a boom! And then more boom! There's 3 booms. He doesn't know what's happening. He's scared. He knows all those explosions were towns that he visited. And he has explored and he's been there. And then, boom! You wake up. That says it.
I felt like I was there with that boom, boom, booms.
I know there are so
That
many.
was great.
Aelar. As Uridin is speaking of this dream, as Cthulhu is recalling the story of how Foltest put the sun and the moon in the sky, and Zio is telling a story of the past, whether warranted true or not. Jay, can you do the thing for me? You
What?
notice. You take a look down at your sheath that has your weapon in it. The weapon bestowed to you by Cade from the Raven Queen. As it starts to billow out a little bit of thin black smoke as you kind of unsheath it a little bit. And as you unsheath it, you start to notice that emitting from and around Cthulhu, and from and around Zio, and from and around Uridin, this mist that starts to go into a giant form that melds with the smoke that is coming off of your own blade. As they start to meld together, Aelar, in your head, you hear, "We are bound by more than blood. It will be hard to run from my memory." As you all start to notice as this orb goes into the fire, as it shoots out over the ground, as the snow starts to crack, as your visage around you starts to shift, as colors start to change, and what seems real starts to fade to fake, and what's material seems to seem translucent, but only in patches around you. As you notice a landscape with a large building that seems like a temple. rooted in the center of it is your campsite with the giant pillar of smoke billowing from this large fire. As you notice cracks in the temple itself, as you look back and you see portions of the forest that was once there, and you look to the other side and you see a green forest. As you look somewhere else and you notice it looking like an autumn landscape. As all of you kind of stand up wondering what is happening, as you start to see shadows emerge out from the blackness of night, as these figures that have a shifting movement to them start moving closer to you, as Aelar, you hear again in your head, I told you this would be fun. And that is where we're going to end the session for the week.
No.
Fuck you.
No.
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 What the fuck?
Fucking hell.
No.
God damn.
No.
See that light behind
Why,
me?
Aelar?
That's how I feel.
Come on, what'd you
That's how I
do?
feel right there.
No, not
so-
not. Come on, Aelar. DM. No, keep going.
I'm not sure if I want
It's
this
time to
entire
kick ass.
day. I don't know what's worse. This entire day
Let
to
us
be a
kick
dream.
ass
Like
now.
this entire thing was just a dream of Aelar's,
Teasing.
and then like a whole
Let us
happy
kick ass.
birthday thing was like a total lie. It was just a dream. Or if like this, yeah, I don't know which I hate more.
I'm sorry to everybody being upset, but I do want to rewind back to the subtle insult of, wow, no cliffhanger? Fuck you, Jay. You want cliffhangers?
Jay, did you do this
You
to
want
us?
cliffhangers? DM
This
drop.
Jay's fault?
This is
Baseball.
this is
The fuck?
this
Dude,
is
no.
like
Dude,
and I
no.
think it's the seventh Harry Potter when they're all happy at the wedding. They're like, oh yay, it's a wedding, and then the Death Eaters come in, and you're like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? It's a Death Eater wedding.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's a wedding.
I'm sorry
No,
for everybody that's
no.
mad at me, but
Nobody's
a week,
mad.
So
a week-
I'm mad.
A week,
Can we have a session? Can we have a session tomorrow?
a week from
Right?
today,
For real.
tune back in to see what is truly happening.
What the
I messaged
fuck?
Jay and I was like,
Holy
hey,
shit.
just so you know, I need you to have the battle theme primed. And I said, don't worry, it's for atmosphere. And I was like, when I say do the thing. And I was like, just have it primed. He's like, it's ready. And I knew he was just like, figure over enter to play. Because it was instant. Like, there was no
Yeah.
way. I
Ah,
was like, do the
Yeah.
thing. Da-da-da.
That's so crazy.
I don't like.
I don't like either.
I
don't
do.
like-
I
None of you
do.
I don't
just
like-
set in bot
I do
commands
wanna
'cause you
say-
would've seen it pop up.
That's true.
But,
That's true.
yeah.
But I do want to thank, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Tinkinten. We actually met on the Incarnate Discord, and you're an amazing person. Thank you for
Hey.
all the kind
Oh,
words
dang.
that you said that I have
Nice
to
to
share
meet
with the
you.
cast. But thank you for the follow. Black Soul Shard, which is an awesome name.
That
That's
is
cool.
a super
Thank you
cool
for the
name.
follow. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. To anybody else that is new here, Tick in 10. Okay, I like it. To anybody else that is new here, please hit that follow button. Know when we're going live. Helps us out a
Join the
bunch.
Spork Army.
Join the Spork Army. Plus all you players in DM, great session. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Sorry, Jag. Let me find someone so we can raid with our numbers that are strong.
Yeah, I look forward to getting my ass kicked.
I was about to say we're gonna get backhanded by this.
Zio,
motherfucker.
I swear to God, if you chop my head off in the
Again.
next session,
I'm just
again,
saying. What happens now if a dragon?
We're not gonna be
comes out
friends
because we've told
anymore.
our stories.
That's true.
What the fuck?
That's what's gonna happen to Aelar's soul.
Oh yeah, I forgot about you getting.
Well, the mighty
decapitated.
Captain Zio
Yeah.
won't die this time.
Nobody's Kappa's getting detated. But if you want to find out, tune in at Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over at twitch.tv/The Arcane Archives.
I'm fairly certain the people watching right now would know that we are on at Friday 7 p.m. Eastern
man.
Time at
Oh, we still-
twitch.tv/The Arcane Archives.
Oh, we're still live.
Yeah. So I will say, cool enough, the person we're gonna raid, if anybody is familiar with, I am ashamed that I do not have this. Oh, what did I click? Oops. I'm ashamed
do they
that
also
I did
leave
not
them
have.
on?
Well, first of all,
cliffhangers?
it's called the Arcane Arcade, so already an amazing name. But the DM seems to be the gentleman from the YouTube channel XP to level 3, if anybody knows who that is.
Ooh,
So
raid.
we are going to raid them today. Let me get the raid going for everybody. But make sure that you head over there, give them a follow. Remember, wait for the Arcane Archives to post #SporkArmy so we can give them a bunch of love. Make sure you follow, throw love their way.
Jag, you know what to do.
But for everybody that did show up today, thank you. It was an amazing stream. There was tons of people in chat. We got tons of follows. Bees, thank you for the gifted subs to everybody. Well, I gotta read again. Tick and 10, thank you for the follow. Black Soul Shard, thank you for the follow. I'm glad you guys are enjoying yourself. It's really fun to do all this, and I can't wait to throw a raid over to somebody else so you can enjoy their lovely nerdness. And as Zebra gives a sub to the Arcane Archives community. Oh, to Tick and 10. There you go. There you go. Welcome, you get a free sub. But thank you, everybody. Make sure you join that raid. Follow the lead, throw sporks in chat if you're subbed, and we'll give them an awesome raid. But thank you, everybody. We'll see you on Wednesday for Exploring the Archives, where we'll talk about this session, and we'll see you a week from today to see the aftermath of the events. Take care, everybody.
Disclaimer, don't throw sporks in public.
That's true. Take care, everybody. Much love. We'll see you next week. See you
Do
later.
not throw in public.
Bye, guys.